And we are live.
Hello.
Hello there, everyone.
Hi.
Hiya, folks. Welcome to the show. My name's the Gladiator, but you can call me Jake, and it's my mission to info dump about everything Disney animation on the internet. And you are.
I'm Vicky. I have a summer t-shirt because I'm ready for the summer, and I got my blue hair, and I also have a sassy shoulder. Oh my god.
Thank you. Yes, so we finally got Vicky on a stream.
Yeah.
Currently we're just seeing Vicky's going to be manning the chat, so things are going to run a bit differently. Just seeing any issues. Can people hear us?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Is there any of that
Sassy shoulder. Okay, but can you hear us?
any of that awkward echo going on? Because if there isn't an echo, I can start the music and we can just get a rolling.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, sound fine.
Sound fine.
All right.
Hey.
Start the music. Tell me if you can hear that, guys. And so 2 years of the Gladiator. On June 8th, 2 years ago,
Wow.
I uploaded. At the time, it was called Stop Asking for Disney Remakes. I've changed the title to make it a bit more algorithm friendly.
I see. That
Yes.
makes sense. You've learned.
Yes, I've learned. I've learned many things over these past 2 years. So what today is going to be is we're going to rewatch some of my older videos because Vicky probably hasn't seen some of them.
I don't think I have.
No. We have a little Disney trivia game, which either Vicky's going to test me on or we're going to test Vicky on. That's up for you guys to decide. And we're also going to be, if I can just jump over here, ranking all of the Pixar movies. So,
Ooh.
bit of a hodgepodge, bit of everything going on today.
Nice.
All right, anything in the chat?
Everyone's saying I don't hear any music.
Don't hear any music.
Turn the music up.
Turn the music up on it. How is that?
Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Can we?
Apart from you, sibling, I know you're not watching with any sound on.
Okay. So what should we do first?
Ooh.
Well, first let's have a bit of a discussion because today, me and Vicky saw the Bob's Burgers movie for my fourth and final time because it was the final showing in any of our local cinemas today.
Yeah.
And Vicky, because being such a good friend, came along with me despite not knowing anything about the show.
I also wanted to see a movie.
I had to explain the entire lore of the show while walking to the cinema.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was good.
Yeah,
That's
but
the time.
they loved it. They loved it, and I got a shirt just to watch the movie for the final time.
I wore a shirt to the movie, but it wasn't Bob the Burgers one.
No, it wasn't. Their favorite character is Louise, obviously.
Yeah. Because Louise reminds me of my younger sibling.
You know, like they loved the movie. I loved the movie. I cried. I think it was mainly just because of the fact that I cried during that specific scene that I'm sure a lot of people know about. Mainly because I knew it would be my last time watching it on the big screen. Anything?
People are saying the music is extremely low, and somebody wants the Pixar ranking.
Someone wants the Pixar ranking. Let me turn up the music just a bit more. Because the thing is, I want to hear the music, but I don't want it to drown us out. Especially with you. Can they hear you all right?
Can you hear me? Ah.
Yes. We are currently recording season 2B of The Owl House.
2B or not 2B?
Yes. The last episode we recorded was Any Sport in a Storm, which we've had some things to say about these first 3 episodes of season. Yeah, they're so good, you guys. They are so good. Disney Plus UK shadow dropped the first 5 episodes of season 2B, so we have 2 more of them to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just move the microphone a bit. All right, what's going on now?
This is a nice t-shirt. There's not much more going on now.
Not much going on. Is music okay? If music's okay, we can properly begin.
I have my own ranking. I'm just going to drop them here with my reasons. I like that.
Yes.
I like your thinking.
Opinions,
Very
differing
good.
opinions. We love that. That's why Vicky's
get
here,
going.
so we can argue.
Yeah.
Because I have some controversial Pixar opinions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some hot takes about Pixar.
Oh yes, and
I can't wait.
so yeah, it's just sorry that this 2-year anniversary celebration is late. It's because I have a job now. I've been working.
We're both working men.
Yeah, working men. Working men doing the working things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to stream the past few weeks. So this is kind of just like a nice little treat. Before I move out of this flat. This is like probably tomorrow will be the last stream in this flat because getting kicked out at the start of July because that's when my contract ends. And I'm moving in with this one.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm crashing on your bedroom floor for a month before we move into our new house.
Crashing.
Yes.
I hope you don't crash.
Oh,
literally. People downstairs will be like, what was that?
Yeah, I have an air mattress sleeping on your floor.
You're sleeping on air.
Yes, I will be.
Got your
Anything new?
So we got a few. Somebody says last Steam in this iconic location. Yeah, it's the last Steam.
Yeah, last Steam.
But our new iconic location is very nice.
Oh, it is. It is.
Not been there, but it's very nice.
And also, since me and Vicky are going to be living together, they're going to be able to appear in a lot more things here and there.
In the background.
Yeah, because occasionally it's just been a case of we have to properly arrange whenever we have to do something together.
Yeah.
But it's going to be nice just living together.
We're still going to have to arrange it, but it's going to be like, are you free?
Now?
Are you free now? And
Yeah, it's not like when I message you on Sunday, just like, hey, so what days are you free this week to record Owl House episodes?
Yeah. So people are excited for episode 14 and our reactions. Can't wait to see it. Me neither. And then somebody says, number 26, Lightyear, can't rank what you haven't seen.
Oh, Lightyear isn't on this one. I specifically chose a list that didn't have Lightyear on it, because I haven't gone to see it yet, because I went to watch the Bob's Burgers movie 4 times in a row.
The people at the cinema probably know you. They're like, is that guy doing...
They probably thought, hey, is that the guy from Monday that came to watch it by himself and just sat in the empty theatre for an hour and a half?
And had a sing-along with himself.
Yes, I did, because there was no one else there, so I turned it into a sing-along.
There were people in the cinema.
Oh yeah, this time two people came in, they sat down, and then they were gone by the time the credits rolled.
Yeah, they gave up. I hate people who give up at the end of the movie, because it's like, especially if you're seeing Marvel, what are you doing? Wait for the end.
Well, I mean, there is an end credits scene that I made you wait for.
Yeah, exactly. Always wait for the end credits scene.
Alright, so are we just going to get into the Pixar ranking then?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Alright.
Pixar ranking.
Yep.
Let's get going.
Alright, so these are out of order. Hold on, I'm just going to correct all of this. Yep. We're going to... You just keep answering chat while I correct this horrendous order, because I hate how they do this. Alright, let's see. Next came Monsters, Inc., then Finding Nemo. Then Incredibles.
Okay.
Oh no, that's Incredibles 2. Incredibles, there it is. Alright, and then it was Cars, Ratatouille, WALL-E. Yes, I do know them all. I don't see WALL-E. There he is.
Wow.
Ratatouille, WALL-E. Then I believe it was... Oh god, was it Up or Toy Story 3 that comes next? Up's 2009, I believe. And Toy Story... Yeah, that's 2010.
Yeah.
Alright, and then I believe it was... Did it go Brave, then Cars 2?
I think so, yeah. Because I had the Brave Wii U, the
Yeah.
Wii game for Brave, and it was my favourite one.
Cars 2.
I also find it impressive that he knows the order that they were released in.
Let's see.
I have no idea.
All right.
Vaguely remember things, but that's it.
All right. Monsters University. Then it was Inside Out, because Inside Out was 2015. Good Dinosaur. Finding Dory came out after The Good Dinosaur, I believe, because I remember they had to like swap the dates around for them.
Right. So, Delirious and Hilarious says that Finding Dory is the number 25 because every single character in this movie is annoying to watch because they barely show any emotion other than sickly happiness.
Ah.
This is a take.
That is certainly
That
a
is
take. It's a take that I unfortunately don't agree with because I'll cut right to the chase. Finding Dory is my favourite Pixar sequel.
Oh, a good sequel.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it, to be honest.
Alright, so it went Finding Dory, then it went Coco was in 2017, Incredibles was in 2018, Cars 3 is somewhere in between there. I think Cars
2 was before
No,
Incredibles.
No, this is Cars 3.
Oh. Yeah, that was before Incredibles, right?
It was before.
That was one that we were talking about.
I believe Coco and Cars released the same year.
Oh.
I think that might be the order. And then Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4, then we reached the pandemic movies. Onward, Soul, Luca, Turning Red. Alright, those are mostly in order now. Okay. Now, because it's Pixar, we're going to have a limit, alright?
Right.
Only 4 films are allowed in S tier, because otherwise it would just get ridiculous.
Okay.
Alright?
4 in S tier.
Yeah. And it only goes to D tier, which, yeah, sure, I'll agree with that sentiment. Right. So, the original Toy Story, I'm going to put it in A tier.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
To Toy Story.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Bugs Life is B tier.
I don't know. I like some of the elements of it are quite cool.
Oh well, I like all these movies except for Cars 2. But like,
Toy Story is just iconic.
Oh, Toy Story is iconic. Toy Story 2 goes above it though. Toy Story 2 is going in S tier.
Toy Story 2.
Best of the Toy Story movies, hands down.
After that, they get a bit like it sort of tickles that creepy sensation you have. You know, you ever get that sense like when you're watching like some of the later Toy Story movies where you're just like, this makes me weirdly uncomfortable for some reason. Anyone else get that?
Are you dissing Toy Story 3? You will be
Which
burned
one
at the
is
stake
it?
if you diss Toy Story 3.
It's the bit where they're like falling into a fiery pit that just makes me a bit like,
That's literally one of the greatest scenes in any animated movie ever.
Okay.
Okay. Hot takes from Vicky now.
See, I was one of those kids who was like I was convinced because of Toy Story that all of my toys were like alive. So I was like, oh my god, they must feel really bad for that. So it like, I was like, oh no.
Making sure they can hear you.
It just, I just felt very strongly during that movie in a way that most of the Pixar movies didn't make me.
I think most people felt very strongly during that movie, just not in the way you did.
Yeah, like some of the, like Up, that makes you feel strongly because it's like really sad.
Yeah, well the first like 10 minutes are, the rest of it's just,
but then,
just a nice little romp really.
But then like Toy Story is like different because it makes you feel something strongly, but it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a bit,
Okay. Well, Monsters Inc. I'm putting it above the first Toy Story. Yeah, I think the main thing people are going to hate about this is how low the original Toy Story is probably going to end up.
Yeah, probably.
Because I like it, but it's just a case of so many of these are better.
Yeah.
I'm especially going to get some hate for some of the later ones and some of my...
Especially with, like, I guess the animation. If you look at, like, Sid in the first Toy Story.
Well, I'm not just animation, because it was great for its time. But at the same time, Pixar have done so much better stories.
Yeah.
The character arc is great, but they've done, like, so much more impactful stories, in my opinion.
So we have... rating. Oh, there's 2 ratings. Okay, so number 24 is The Good Dinosaur, an entire movie where the little guy is convinced by society he has to take on dangerous tasks he's afraid of to be considered strong.
Yes.
Fair enough. And then Cars 2 is number 23, a mediocre movie that's enjoyable to laugh at when it doesn't have when it doesn't have compelling to show. Almost has a compelling character arc for Mater, but portrays in society as the villain.
Yeah, almost. And also the whole the largest body count in like only rivaling The Incredibles in terms of largest body count in a movie.
Oh, right.
So many cars die. So many cars die.
I thought you meant something else. Oh, okay. Somebody says Cars 2 gets a lot of hate, but I agree with all of it. Worst movie I've ever seen, to be honest. Well, I haven't seen that many, but still.
Valid.
We have people agreeing with our rankings.
Mm-hmm.
The outcasts of... Oh, okay. So the outcasts of society as villains. This is a thing I like. Like, queer coding is one of those things where it's like, you know... Oh, like Ursula was based on a famous drag queen.
Or Divine.
Yeah. So...
Well, I mean, the main reason for that was Howard Ashman's input as well, because he, despite like you'd think he only did the music, he had a major influence on the story and how it was told. Yeah. So like The Little Mermaid is The Little Mermaid because of Howard Ashman.
Right.
I'm gonna do a full video on Howard Ashman one day because the documentary that they made about him, it was good, but it didn't do him full justice.
Right. You're gonna make your own documentary.
Pretty much, yeah. Finding Nemo.
Oh.
It's going... I can't... God.
It's a good one.
It's so good, but at the same time, I limited myself to 4 S tiers.
You did, yeah. You limited yourself.
And I know what's coming up.
But also, like, Finding Nemo, I still quote that with my family all the time.
All right.
We'll
put it there for now.
Yeah.
We'll put it there for now.
For now. If something else trumps it, we'll have to...
Incredibles, maybe this is an unpopular opinion. I'm putting it just below Monsters, Inc.
No, I quite like Incredibles.
Oh, I love The Incredibles. The Incredibles was like the first movie I became really obsessed about. Mm-hmm. Do you remember they had like the McDonald's toys?
Yeah.
Yeah. I collected all of them, but I could not find Mr. Incredible. So keep in mind, this is like a £1 McDonald's toy. Right. My mum drove me around for hours. Like 2 hours, we drove to like several different McDonald's to try and find it, and we did. And I was the happiest person ever.
Also, Incredibles was the first movie my siblings saw in cinemas.
Oh.
Mine was Brother Bear.
I know, you said...
I don't remember for the youngest sibling. I'm sorry.
The first movie I ever saw in theatres was Chicken Little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so because of that, I'll acknowledge it has problems, but I can never bring myself to hate it. Yeah. I love it too much. Cars. Thing is, I'm putting it in B.
Yeah.
Because I think the original Cars has a lot of good qualities that get overlooked.
Yeah.
Because like when I rewatched it with like a friend a few years ago, I was surprised how funny it is.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of really well written jokes in this movie.
It's one of those ones that like if they hadn't done a sequel, it would have been fine.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's also like, you know, I think some of like the character arc stuff really works as well.
Yeah.
Like I think what they have going between Doc and Lightning McQueen, I think that works.
Yeah.
Doc's probably like the best thing about the movie, to be honest.
Yeah. So my sibling also says they like your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
I had to leave because headphones didn't work, but you know, see you later on.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Ratatouille it's got to go in A tier.
Ratatouille. I love the.
I'm putting it above Incredibles.
Yeah.
I think artistically.
Yes.
It is probably like the most like unique and interesting movie Pixar's ever made. Like the style of it and like the pacing, it's so different because it's Brad Bird again. Yeah. Brad Bird directed both The Incredibles and Ratatouille.
I would also say that the animation style of like the food and stuff makes it so like, it could rival some anime like versions of like food and stuff because like you know anime food is
I mean how did you feel about the animated food in the Bob's Burgers movie today?
There wasn't really that much, you know.
There were. Well, the thing is, the opening, like at the beginning, like you see like a montage.
Oh yeah, I loved that. That was good. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. We have another rating.
Oh no.
Number 21 is Incredibles 2. This movie is part Saturday morning cartoon gags, part preachy when it comes to its message on screens, and does not keep the characters consistent from the last movie. I don't know though, cause like, but they're kids. Yeah. So they're not necessarily gonna be consistent.
Well, we'll get to Incredibles 2. We'll get to Incredibles 2 in a bit. All right, WALL-E.
Oh, that was one of the ones that just hits you.
The thing is about WALL-E.
Where you're like,
I love it.
Oh no, we have to stop the world from dying.
I love WALL-E as an overall product, but the first, like, half of it, where it's just on Earth, just between WALL-E and Eve, it is so good. It's like, it's so interesting, it's so engaging, it's so dynamic, and then like the rest of it, it's like, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. It's you know,
it was beautiful.
Some ideas, some nice ideas in there.
Yeah,
but it's just like nothing can compare to the opening scenes.
Right, but that dance in space
can
compare.
Okay, all right, the dance in space, yes,
for sure. It was
so
a typo, but don't worry about it.
As for WALL-E.
Yeah,
I'm putting it just below Incredibles. The thing is, like, it's a good thing my best friend from back home isn't watching this, because WALL-E is their favourite movie of all time.
I do like WALL-E.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't shown off my new ring properly in videos
Show
yet.
off your ring.
Yeah, yes. So, while I was in London a few weeks ago, hold on, let's go just quickly. Go back to this. So, while I was in London a few weeks ago, obviously Amphibia just came to an end, and I was working on my big retrospective. Thank you, everyone, for the overwhelming support you've shown that video, by the way. So I was looking for, like, a piece of jewellery or just something I could wear in videos that would represent Amphibia. And originally I was thinking I might get lucky, I might find a ring that includes, like, you know, some kind of red, blue, and green representing the three girls, and Sasha and Marcy. What I wasn't anticipating was one of the first stores I went to had a frog ring with blue eyes. Which is like, how perfect is that in terms of just representing Amphibia as a whole? So now, this is like one of my favourite things I own. I wear it all the time. And yeah.
It is a really nice ring, to be fair.
It is.
I love the frog.
Oh yeah. I mean, you haven't seen Amphibia yet.
I've not seen Amphibia.
Oh, I mean, well, you're living with me next year. I'm gonna force you to watch it.
Put it on the TV.
Well, maybe not for videos, just because it is a very long show.
Okay, I have a bone to pick with this person who's wearing now.
Oh, okay. What have they said?
Number 21 is Brave. How? No.
I don't like Brave.
I love Brave, though. I just... The thing is, okay, Brave. A strong first half filled with the great drama between Queen Eleanor and Merida, but it loses direction and clear stakes once the mother is turned into a bear. Mm-hmm. Brenda Chapman should have stayed. See...
So do you know the story behind that?
No.
Basically, like, the original director who made, like, the movie that was what the trailers were showing, was, like, all, like, big, dramatic, as basically, like, got fired.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a bit rubbish.
Yeah, so it's like, she was, like, trying to make, like, this big movie that was so different and epic, and then it turned into what we got.
I think the thing is that, like, obviously I had the Wii game. It was one of my favourite games that I ever played.
Yeah.
And I just have such an affinity, because the game was so good.
Really?
I feel like I watched the movie after playing the game.
I know the Toy Story 3 game was so good, but I haven't heard about any others
the
after
Brave
that.
one, it was like challenging enough, but also really like quite stunning to like look at. It was just one of the most fun games I've ever had, and like finishing it felt like a proper like achievement. So watching the movie, I guess the movie kind of wasn't quite up to the standard of like the Wii game, but also. You know, like, this is the thing, because I played the game before seeing
That is the best thing I've heard anyone ever say. Just like, well, I guess the movie wasn't up to the standards of the Wii game.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I feel like maybe, like, I don't know what, you know, they had a lot more in the game.
Yes.
There was a lot more
Well, obviously.
content. There was a lot more storyline in the game.
Well, yes, because a movie is an hour and 40 minutes. A game is, like, 8 hours long at least.
Yeah, for sure. But then, also, I love the songs in the movie. Like...
Yeah.
And also the fact that they got like I can't remember which artist it was. I'm pretty sure she's like a Celtic folk singer to do the music and stuff. I just thought that was really nice.
All right. Well, we aren't at Brave just yet. We've got Up.
Okay, Up. Where are you gonna put Up?
Up's another WALL-E case where it's like the first part of it is so good and it's so different from what you've ever seen from like a Western animation studio.
Yeah.
that the rest of the movie, while good, can't live up to it.
The thing is, most people, you're gonna remember from Up the really sad part.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it, you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
You know?
Because it's like, it's funny, it's interesting, it's well written.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I do kind of like this idea they do like this big adventure action movie with like this elderly main character. That's kind of a good thing.
Yeah, I like that as well.
And also it's like, it's dull. It's like, the more I think about it, like the more I like it, but at the same time, it's so drastically different. It's like you have these two movies fighting each other.
Yeah.
And we are making everyone hate us right now.
No one said anything, so maybe you're right.
Alright, so Up, I'm putting it below Wall-E.
You're putting it up there.
Yeah. Keep in mind, they're all still in A tier. Most of this is going to end up in A tier.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Toy Story 3. Even though some people...
That one scared me. I don't like it. Cause also at the end when they like tie the toy to the front of the thing, I'm just like, I don't know, it just
He was the
hurts.
villain, he tried to kill everyone multiple times!
He tried to kill everyone and he was the villain, yeah, but also I was like, it's a toy. When would I decide that like one of my toys is the villain and what would I do? I don't know. I was just a weird kid. I attached emotions to like inanimate objects as a kid. So a film where the toys were real, like could stand up and talk when you were not in the room, kind of, I was like, oh no, what if they hate being here in my room? What if they like talk about me?
What if they don't like the atmosphere?
Yeah, what if they hate the wallpaper?
Have you ever seen the movie Small Soldiers?
Don't think so, no.
Oh, that's a pretty good movie, I'll show it you sometime.
Okay. Oh wait, we have number 20, Onward, where this film loses me is while the emotional core of the film is relatable, the story's pit-stop format led to funny scenes replacing bonding moments between the characters. I've not seen Onward, so I can't really comment on that one.
Well, I mean, I like Onward. I like it quite a lot. Brave. Well, we're not judging the Wii game. We're judging the movie.
Yeah, in which case the movie is
I'm putting it in C.
Okay. To be fair, okay. The movie really didn't because I played the game first.
Yeah.
Before the movie, and it really didn't live up to what I loved about the game. So.
Well, yeah. Well, it's the whole thing. It's like they want to say that we have this movie that's not about romance, but at the same time, it's a movie about the fact that she doesn't want romance. So it is technically still about romance, because a lot of this movie is focused on this really weird competition.
I don't know, I mean, like, it's... This is the thing, it's not about romance, really, because they're just trying to marry the daughter off to whoever's the strongest. It's not about romance, because a lot of the, like...
No, but I'm talking about the fact, it's like, they want to say, we have this movie that's, like, it's not about, romantic, it's not about relationships, it's not about like that kind of thing, when it's still, even though it's like it's against it, it's still focused on it.
Yeah,
and
but this is
it
what
puts,
I'm saying,
it puts more focus on that than where the focus needs to be.
This is the thing, that the parents trying to marry her off to one of the suitors, that's not about romance. They're not trying to get her a romantic partner.
No, I'm not talking about that.
So what she's fighting against isn't like a romantic like pairing, it's against like a political one. Yeah,
but it's also the fact that they tried so hard to market this movie, and like, it's like, it's about this, it's something different. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like a lot of Brave is just stuff we've seen before in many different movies, and it's like this hodgepodge of all these different ideas from other movies.
Although I do like the witch and like the Scottishness of it.
I like the witch, but she's barely in the movie.
Yeah, I would have liked to see more of the witch.
Yeah.
The wisps as well, they were a big thing in the game, and like they were barely there.
Do you remember all like the Pixar theories when those were big in like 2014? Like the witch was Boo. Even though Boo ain't Scottish.
Yeah. Okay, somebody said, I'm going to be honest, Bug's Life is extremely mediocre. No,
I disagree.
Incorrect.
I think the more society progresses, the more relevant Bug's Life and its message becomes.
Definitely.
It's like, of all the Pixar movies from like the very early days, it is the one that has held up the most in terms of its story.
Well, yeah, this like you could literally use this at the moment for like UK, the thing that's going on in the UK with like the rail. Mm-hmm. If you don't know, look it up.
The rails, yes.
The things that's going on with the rails at the minute.
Things that go on, that, not the rails that skateboarders grind on.
Yeah, no, the trains.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have number 19, Cars 3. The great emotional stakes of this film are literally retconned by the end. So what's the point of the movie? Well, I don't know if I've seen it, but to be fair,
I went to see it in theaters.
Yeah.
I remember. Do you remember the teaser trailer?
No.
Like when they first like showed what the movie was gonna be, and it's just like very like very short clips of like this race, and it ends with like lightning crashing, and then like the final shot of the trailer is just him like twirling through the air on fire, and everyone was just like, "Oh my god, they're actually gonna kill off Lightning McQueen."
The thing I like about the Cars movies is the fact that people were like, how does it work? That one tweet that was like, or I think it might have been a Tumblr post that was like, in Cars, when they get insurance, do they get life insurance or car insurance? And that led to a whole debate. It might have been...
Alright, Cars 2. We don't have anything lower than D, so it's going in D. Monsters University is where I'm going to start making people very mad.
Right.
Because I love this movie.
Oh, okay, I like the movie. I like the movie.
I love this movie, especially if you read it in, like... It's a metaphor for disability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the whole thing is, like, Mike is trying to excel. He's trying to make it in this profession, in this industry, where he is at a severe disadvantage. And it's nothing to do with him.
Right.
It's nothing he can control.
Right. Yeah.
And at the same time, everyone constantly looks down on him for it.
Right.
And so the whole thing, it's about the fact, he tries so hard to prove them wrong. Mm-hmm. And, like, a lot of other movies would have it, like, it would go with the fact, oh, no, they're all wrong about him. No, they don't know what he can actually... The movie is brutally honest about the fact that Mike isn't scary.
Right.
And they don't go back on that. Nothing like he can do is going to change that, no matter how much he studies, which is unfortunate, but it's the truth.
But then he finds his worth in something.
He finds his worth in something else that's to do with scaring, but something different.
But then you see it like actually become a reality in the actual Monsters Inc. So it's kind of like it's a good thread, really, isn't it? And I also just like the. And it's just a good follow up to the classic movie.
Oh yeah, I love Sully's arc in this as well.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm gonna say it. The scene where they go to the human world, where like Mike tries to prove he is scary, and then Sully goes after him, and they end up at the lake.
Yeah.
One of the best written scenes in any Pixar movie.
Yeah.
It's like I love that moment so much.
Yeah. Also, the fact that they're kind of like learning to work together as well.
Oh yeah.
Is really good.
I honestly.
And you see how that teamwork kind of builds until like what we actually see in the original movie.
People are about to hate me so much.
It's a good origin story. It's a really good origin
story. The thing is, it's just like when you really look at what the movie is, what it's about, it's such a powerful story.
Right, yeah.
And it's especially something that I liked it when it came out, but I like it a lot more now because I can much greater relate to it. Because obviously we've been to uni, we know that experience.
Yeah.
It's like we know those struggles now.
We've been to uni.
Yeah, it's just
twice for some of us. Okay, number 18 we have was Toy Story 4. I actually find Woody's character arc and Bo Peep's new character exploration to be compelling. But Gabby was a terrible character for her manipulation, Sporky was annoying, and Buzz and the gang get next to nothing to do. Mm-hmm. Okay, somebody says I won't hate you for that Monsters University slaps. Yes. Good.
I just like...
I can agree with you.
Basically, if there were two Pixar movies I could just make a video on right now, and probably will at some point, they would be Turning Red and Monsters University.
Yeah.
Because I feel both those movies have gotten too bad a rap when they are just fantastic movies.
Yeah.
the main thing about Monsters U, I think its reception is coloured by the fact that it released during this huge wave of Pixar sequels and spin-offs.
Right. So everyone's like, oh, no, another sequel.
Well, that's basically it, because it is like,
I think most people's issue with like there being so many sequels to things, it's just
even though it's not Pixar, Monsters U was around the same time that Disney Toon launched the Planes franchise, which is a spin-off of Cars. So people were just kind of tired of that.
Well, yeah. Also, I think a lot of people in general are kind of tired when there's like a sequel of a thing that's come out, because it's like, okay, it was good originally, and now you're making a second one because it did well financially, so you're just making money at this point. A lot of sequels that kind of happens.
The thing is, I think a lot of people disliked it mainly because it wasn't the Monsters Inc. sequel everyone wanted.
Yeah, but it was a good.
But we have a Monsters Inc. sequel now, so hopefully in the coming years, it can maybe start to like redeem itself. Yeah.
Okay, so number 17, A Bug's Life. The plastic-looking CGI ages this film, but the characters and main conflict save this one for the most part. I reckon, the main conflict, as we were saying, like stands up at the moment, especially. And
thing is, I like Flick as a protagonist. I really like him. Yeah.
Also, the CGI. I don't think we can hate much on the CGI because it was quite new at the time.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, it's revolutionary.
Yeah.
Because like they had to like literally invent new software just to generate so many of those ants at once. Because obviously a colony is huge.
And the scenery.
But they had this issue where it's like they would generate like a couple dozen of them, and then the computers would crash.
Yeah.
So they had to like literally design new software just to render that many on screen at the same time.
Yeah. So that's quite a feat. Oh, somebody says if Monsters University was a direct-to-DVD prequel, it would be praised as an underrated gem.
Oh, it would.
For sure.
100%. It would. Monsters University, if, like, there is a universe where Monsters University becomes the Goofy movie of Pixar. Just that movie that comes out, and people are just like, yeah, alright, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then, like, a few years later, just like, hold on, no, that is really good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm really hoping like we are about to experience like a wave of appreciation for some of the like mid-2010s Pixar movies.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Inside Out is an S tier.
Oh yeah.
100%.
The thing that movie did was incredible.
Oh yes, just like with the whole thing about Well yeah, because the whole thing, sadness and joy go hand in hand.
Yeah.
It's like you can't have one without the other, and it's like. Feeling all your emotions is healthy.
Yeah.
You can't block them off. I get like a lot of people don't like joy because of how she starts off like trying to keep sadness away from everything out of the picture.
Yeah, but that's kind of how people.
It's part of the message.
Yeah.
Do you want to just quickly go turn on the light because it's getting a bit darker in here? This is what usually happens in streams that go for a bit.
Yeah. So, but the other thing about Inside Out is that it's one of those things that like the message of it is helpful to people, so it's helping like kids to kind of understand these feelings and what they should maybe do with them.
Oh yeah.
And it's also helping parents to understand like what's happening to their kid and how their kid's feeling. And like a kid could easily point to Inside Out and be like, this is what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
This is what's happening to me.
Well, because it gives people this like tool to express how they're feeling. It's like they say, oh, like like Joy's in control of the panel right now, that kind of thing.
But also the fact that recently people say like, oh, this is core memory stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm loving that when people say this sort of thing, and I feel that as well. Like when you like, I've had a few times recently where I've like been out somewhere or spent some time with a friend, or like we've done something in particular where I've gone, this is a core memory.
Oh yeah.
And the way to like be able to communicate like, this is really special. By saying like this is a core
graduation's going to be a core memory for me. Then that's coming up fast. I'm not ready to have so many core memories at once, because like the end of uni happened with a bunch of stuff, and like, but now actually graduation's colliding with a bunch of stuff because it's colliding with me moving out and all that stuff. So it's.
But also, I think the thing that Inside Out does.
I've been here 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, I've been in this flat pretty much like just around as long as the channel's been going.
I used to live in this flat.
I know you did.
But the other thing about Inside Out is that the whole core memory thing, you know, a lot of people would say, oh, you know, it's the big things in life, like you said, like your graduation, like a wedding, like birth of a child or something like that. But it also shows that sometimes core memories are just things that are important to you.
Just like
so it's like the just small things. Like I went out for a drive and we sat by a lake at like and watched the sunset, and it was really nice. And it's like it wasn't a big event in my life, but it's impactful.
Yeah.
So I really like that.
Well, because there's like a lot of the core memories are just little moments.
Yeah.
Just like
and the whole trip
Riley ice skating with her parents.
Yeah.
There's...
Some of the little moments.
Yeah.
But, you know, I really like what they did with the core memories.
Oh, I love it. I really you know.
Somebody says Wall-E is Pixar's no-no. Oh, Nunu. Not no-no.
No.
Why? No. I love Up, Toy Story 1 and 2, Wall-E, and Coco. Yeah. I've not seen Coco.
Oh, spoiler alert, Coco's going on S tier. It's my 4th S tier movie.
Coco is quite fun. So number 16.
You've not seen Coco?
I've not, no.
We're watching it. After the stream is done, we're watching it.
So, oh, Nunu, like the naughty Nunu. No! The Nunu from the Teletubbies.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the vacuum cleaner.
Oh, God. I was like, what is Nunu? Is this a reference I don't know? But it is a reference I do know. So somebody says number 16, Luca, and a charming adventure filled with childlike wonder and curiosity, a great stylized characters and settings, but Cole is just a diet Skinner, and the main conflict is solved almost immediately. Luca's the fish one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen that one?
I've not seen it.
All right.
I was like, oh, it's the fish.
All right. I assume you've seen all the ones that are on the board currently.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have.
Okay. All right. So, The Good Dinosaur.
I've not seen that one. Was that based on a show that...
It was not. No, Pixar don't do movies based on shows.
There was... I'm sure I watched something called it.
Well, unless you're counting Lightyear, but we're not counting Lightyear because Pixar wants to pretend that Buzz Lightyear of Star Command was a show that didn't exist, even though it was amazing.
Yeah, they're like, no, we don't know.
Well, no, because they released... Oh no, it's raining.
It's raining.
It's proper raining.
You said it was going to.
I know I did.
I'll wash away all the hay fever.
Yeah. Pixar released a documentary about like Buzz's creation, like what his character has gone through from like Toy Story to Lightyear.
Right.
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet because obviously I haven't seen Lightyear. But allegedly they don't even like make any reference of Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
Ooh.
And it was a really good show.
They just didn't want.
Yeah.
They didn't want that direction, so they just.
Well, they didn't want to like remind. They didn't want to
something.
remind people of like this other origin story for Buzz Lightyear they had that was probably a lot better, but.
They're just gonna Thanos that out.
Yeah. The Good Dinosaur.
I'm sure there was a show called The Good Dinosaur.
I'm putting it above Brave in C tier. Purely because some of the emotional moments of it, there's like the scene like under the cave where it's like they're building like the stick figures, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That is really good. That's really well done. Like the Firefly scene, all of that. A lot of the stuff with Arlo and Spot is great. And I feel like that's really what carries the movie. I don't agree with the overall message of it. I definitely don't.
I've not seen that one. What's the overall message of it?
Well, it's like they said, the whole thing about you have like this little kid that's, you know, forced to do things he doesn't want to do because that's kind of there.
Yeah, that's not the only definition.
Because he thinks, because like he's told that's the only way he's going to be a benefit to society. And
I don't like that message. Just something.
So that's why it's ended up in C tier.
Okay.
But
okay, wait.
Finding Dory.
Wait.
Oh.
First, we have number 15 was Monsters University. An interesting, logical, funny, and heartwarming look at how our favorite characters became who they are, and in the present, even if it retcons a certain joke. What joke?
The joke. I'm trying to remember. Oh, it retcons a joke. It's they mention at the beginning of Monsters Inc. that they've known each other since first grade. So Mike said something about like you've been jealous of my looks since first grade, something along those lines.
Right.
But basically, they were going to have a scene very early on that shows like Sully moves in their class for like one day, and then but they just end up on the cutting room floor because it wasn't important.
Okay.
The thing is, I don't think it's that funny a joke. I don't think it's.
To be honest, like, if I like one of my friends from uni, I could say that.
Yeah.
You've been jealous of my look since year 1, and they're like, I didn't know you in year 1. You know.
All right, Finding Dory.
Finding Dory.
I love this
I liked
movie.
that movie a lot. It gave me the heartwarming fuzz.
The thing is, I think it's so good because, again, like Monsters University, it's a story about disability. It isn't just about, Dory was so successful, let's make a movie specifically about her.
Right.
It was the fact, it showed how she struggles, how she perceives the world. It's like, there are some moments in this movie where it's like, you basically feel your heart stop.
Yeah.
It's like the moment where, like, Destiny, or is it, what's the Beluga voiced by Ty Burrell, it's something like, she has to go for, like, this pipe system. And she has to remember the directions.
Right.
And she goes through, and she starts to get lost, and she starts swimming in circles, and she starts having a panic attack. And it is so raw.
Yeah.
It's
the thing that happened to many of us.
Yeah. I honestly, I love this movie. I love all the new characters they add. I wish they did something a little more with Marlin and Nemo, obviously. But I think Dory's story... I think that her arc in this movie is one of the best stories Pixar has ever told.
Yeah, very like.
And that is why I'm putting it above Toy Story 3.
Okay.
And this is when the bullets come.
Okay, so somebody says Incredibles 1 and 2 are great movies. Incredibles 1 is great, Incredibles 2 not really. I don't know. Incredibles 2 was long awaited, and for me it fulfilled the
I'm going to explain my feelings on Incredibles 2 in a sec. Cars 3 is going just below Cars 1. I like the new characters. I don't like how all the Radiator Springs characters get very little to do again.
Yeah.
I don't like how it mostly like leaves them behind again, like Cars 2. I like Cruz Ramirez. I like the idea of like them becoming obsolete, and like the overall message of Lightning can still race. He just obviously but then the whole thing in the original was like it wasn't about winning. So it was about like being honorable.
Yeah.
So at the same time, the ending with Lightning still racing, even though it's kind of obvious that he can't win anymore.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bit sweet, and it kind of like
doing the thing that you still love, even though you can't.
Yeah, and it brings his character full circle, because like obviously when we meet him in the first Cars, he's like the rookie that basically comes in the season out of nowhere and just starts winning everything.
Yeah, exactly. We have number 14, Toy Story. Strong characters, some of the most quotable lines in history, a great message of how purposes can change, but it's not a bad thing. But this movie's remnants of its early Black Friday version.
Just hold it.
Of plastic CGI takes me out of the film sometimes.
Do you know about the Toy Story Black Friday reel?
I don't know.
So basically,
I agree with the like assessment of
so what it was is they called it Black Friday because it was basically the day that they would screen to the Disney executives like what they had of the movie so far, like all the storyboards, the story, the dialogue that was already recorded. And they hated it. They hated it because Woody was so unlikable.
Right.
Like it wasn't just a case of Buzz doesn't accidentally get knocked out the window in the Black Friday reel. Woody actively tries to kill him.
Oh.
He actively tries to get him thrown out the window rather than just land behind the desk.
Right.
Yes. So Pixar basically had a weekend to rewrite the entire film.
Damn.
And then showed it again to the Disney executives and just because they were going to cancel it. They were going to cancel the entire movie.
Yeah.
So they rewrote the whole thing in a weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then came back to Disney, showed them that progress reel, just all right, you can keep going.
Yeah, somebody says in earlier versions of Toy Story, Woody was a villain.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, he was...
You can kind of see to be fair, in the movie, you can kind of see where he gets to the point and has a kind of fork in the road.
Oh, well, that's what they're talking about, the remnants. It's you see, Woody's kind of a bit of a jerk in the first Toy Story. It was a lot worse.
I like that though, because the fact that they've changed it is probably good.
I'll show you some of the Black Friday reel sometime.
Yeah.
It's a trip.
But I do also like that that kind of like the fork in the road thing. The remnants kind of give it that you have a choice to make sometimes.
Thing is,
and you can either be like horrible or
and
you
then
can
rewriting the Toy Story movies.
Yeah.
It became kind of a habit because Toy Story 2 was originally supposed to go direct to DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah. And basically, at one point they decided that the concept for it was too good.
Right.
So they decided they wanted to put it in theaters.
Okay.
So they had to rewrite the whole movie again.
Right.
In like a very short amount of time because Disney had scheduled a specific release window.
Right.
And they had to meet that.
Oh.
So they didn't have time to start production again. They literally had to go with what they had, but also rewrite it on the fly.
Yeah. Somebody says, thank goodness it was rewritten, otherwise it would fail in the heartbeat.
Well, thank goodness it was rewritten, otherwise Disney would have cancelled it. There wouldn't be a Pixar.
Oh, damn.
If Toy Story never releases, like, if Disney cancels, like, their contract with Pixar, because the original contract was to make 5 films, or it was either 5 or 6 films.
Right.
Because basically it went from Toy Story up to Cars.
Right.
And then with Cars, that's when Disney bought Pixar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Cars, number 13 is Cars, an overconfident, uncaring jerk who is the only way he is because of isolation and pursuit of fame. Learning how to slow down and appreciate life and relationships is just heartwarming. And this is only where them being Cars actually works with the film's message. I guess so, yeah, for sure.
Well, the thing is, I just think, like, even the emotions in the first Cars movie hit. Is like the moment where like Lightning and Sally take the drive up and then they show like, you know, like the road is gone and because of that like Route 66 has been just like Radiator Springs is cut off from the rest of the world so they don't get anyone anymore.
But
it's heartbreaking.
But it's also a good message for like I guess if you're in that kind of part of the world, it shows how like this sort of thing can happen. You know, people.
Thing is, it's like they even make you really care about Mater in the first one.
Yeah.
It's just like the moment where he calls like McQueen his best friend, that's like it gets ya.
You're like,
oh,
his best friends with this guy is a jerk.
All right, Coco is S tier. The thing is, I haven't arranged S tier yet because
it's like cleaning your room.
Yeah, I know.
That'll be the last task.
Yeah. All right, Incredibles 2. We're gonna talk about Incredibles 2 now. All right, so I think as a sequel, it does some things better than the first movie because there is a lot more of watching the entire family work together.
Yeah.
Because obviously the whole thing, it was a marriage crisis. That was like the main thing of it because it was Bob and Helen, like Bob pining for the glory days, which like separates him from his family.
Right.
Until they come back together at the very end. This time, you get to see a lot more of them interacting with each other. You get to see them, you know, it suits the premise more of a superhero family.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I really like Elastigirl. I really like what happens to her. Like the animation, the action scenes, spectacular.
Yeah. Somebody said earlier on that the villain...
Yeah, the Evelyn Dever. Although, yeah.
Wait.
You can see it coming.
Yeah.
And it's a little... The villain is the weakest part.
Yeah, somebody says Incredibles 2 villain is quite generic.
Yeah, she is generic, but that's really like the only true weak link of the film. It's a big issue, but they do everything else so well.
Yeah.
Especially like, you know, with Helen gone, Bob has to like step up and try and help the kids. But he doesn't know how to with all their various problems.
Yeah. So it kind of shows like he's kind of learning to understand that like you need to take part more in like the kids' problems because you know certain situations.
I do think like they handle the whole, you know, fight to legalize superheroes as well as they could have. There are obviously some things that could have been done better because obviously we know what that's a metaphor for.
Yes.
But, you know, I feel like with the tools they had at the time, they did the best they could with what had been set up in the first movie.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, also we waited for it for ages.
Oh yeah, well,
and then we got what we wanted basically.
Well, it came out in 2018. The original
was
Incredibles
like, so
was
many years late.
It was like 2003, so it was 15 years.
Yeah, we waited 15 years. I grew up in that time.
Right.
So they put number 12 as Turning Red.
I'm putting Incredibles 2 in A tier.
Uh-huh.
I might put it above. I'm not putting it above Up, but I'm putting it above Toy Story.
Right.
This is where like it's really starting to get a bit controversial now.
Okay, so number 12 we have Turning Red. I cannot put this up higher since it's inherently less subtle with its storytelling and characters than any of the Pixar film. But as a teen and a person, I relate to this film. I'm a straight A student who used to think that my parents' wishes were my defining goal in life. I was conservative with my opinions around them and didn't allow myself to kick back, go crazy. Yeah, I get like it's relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the characters.
I don't want to.
Incredibles came out in 2004.
Oh, 2004.
Oh.
I would have been 3 at the time.
So was my sister.
Oh God, imagine.
That's why it was our first film.
Yeah, my mum driving around 3-year-old me just to find a little Mr. Incredible McDonald's toy was like the main thing is like there was like a little like
always on the collectibles.
Basically yeah. I mean you know, it's just like my parents were always like very supportive but also like indulgent of my my hyperfixations.
I see.
So it's if there was always one piece of merchandise that I could not find,
right,
and they would go to hell and back to find it for me.
Damn.
It's like there'd always be a toy that I would like go everywhere looking for, couldn't find it, and then I'd open it up on Christmas, and it'd be like the best time ever.
That's sweet,
well, there's a video of me holding because Yoda used to be my favorite Star Wars character, and when the Clone Wars came out, I was obsessed, and I really wanted the Yoda action figure. I got the rest of them. I got Anakin, I got Obi-Wan, got Ahsoka, got Captain Rex. Could not find Yoda anywhere. There was a picture of me holding it when I opened it up at Christmas, and it's one of my favorite photos. All right, Toy Story 4.
I don't remember this one. I may have seen it, but I don't remember it. I don't think.
The thing about Toy Story 4, it's a good movie, and then the ending destroys the entire franchise. It basically, Woody completely ups and abandons his found family for his ex-girlfriend who he hasn't seen in well over a decade, who just randomly pops about the blue.
Wow.
At the drop of a hat. Because he's no longer Bonnie's like favorite toy.
Yeah.
He just decides to up and leave. It obviously is more complex than that. They go into like how he's he still hasn't entirely let go of Andy. But they do like they do interesting stuff with it. But it didn't need to be made. It does not. It's not a good ending to this franchise. I like Forky. I like what they do with Bo Peep. They try and give Buzz a character arc where he like uses his voice box as like his conscience. So every time he doesn't know what to do, he just like hits a button and it says something, and he like, it's so weird, and it just, they made Buzz so dumb for no reason.
Right. Lightyear's gonna pick that up, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Okay, so about Turning Red again. So I love Turning Red's message to let your party animal out once in a while to avoid the pressures of being perfect all the time. Also, I love the stylized look of the film. Yeah. I've not seen it, but the look.
Okay,
so far,
all right. Coco and Turning Red. Well, you can pick one of those to watch after the stream because we're watching one.
Nice.
Like, spoiler alert: Turning Red is like probably one of my favorite movies of all time at the moment. I love that movie to death because it is like one of the best representations of just being a kid that I've ever seen. It's just like, they're weird. They say things. They have obsessions. It's like they're characters.
Yeah.
They don't feel like, archetypes. They just feel like kids, and that's like what's so good about it. And the message, which I'll get into. Toy Story 4.
Hold on. You have some. Okay, Toy Story 4 is insanely underrated. Woody leaves to find a new purpose in helping other toys. It's not him ditching his found family or for his ex.
Well, yes, like, I get that, but at the same time, the entire Toy Story franchise is built on the friendship between Buzz and Woody.
Right.
They barely get to interact in the fourth movie.
Right, so it's kind of...
And it feels like... It just... Because the ending of Toy Story 3...
Yeah.
It basically has Buzz and Woody saying that even when Andy grows up and, like, leaves and everything, it's like they'll still be together and that's what matters. And in Toy Story 3, the whole thing is just like, no matter what happens, we stay together. That's the whole thing. They say it multiple times in the movie, just like, at least we're all still together. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Apparently not to Toy Story 4!
Okay, so number 11, Up. The first 10 minutes of the film is the best Pixar short ever, and the first and second act are mostly charming character dynamics until it finds its emotional core of moving on and going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the third act of Up is, like, a great conclusion to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just the middle of it just kind of gets a bit lost.
I'd love to see, like, the inside-out version of Up.
I mean, could you imagine, like, the inside-out version, just any Pixar movie?
Any movie.
Yeah.
Like, imagine describing movies through... This is why Inside Out has to be S tier, obviously. But, like, imagine describing, like, anything, any movie, any show, using the kind of the workings of Up and how that...
I'm putting Toy Story 4 at the top of C tier, because most of it's good, and there's a lot of, like...
After one is complete towards the third act, yeah.
There's a lot of good ideas in Toy Story 4. I just think it fails in the execution, and the ending really falls flat for me. Right, Onward. I really, really liked Onward.
Right, I don't think I've seen this one.
Yeah, basically, the whole idea is that it's like a fantasy world.
Right.
But, like, there used to be magic, but it was so difficult to use, so they switched to, technology and electricity.
Right.
And so we go to modern day, where basically magic is just like this relic, it's a thing of the past that no one does anymore.
Right.
And so you have these two brothers, Ian Lightfoot and Barley Lightfoot. Barley is kind of like a troublemaker, he's like very into historic and like preserving the magic that's still there.
Right.
And Ian is just, trying to survive high school and make friends, but he's not very good at it.
Oh.
Their mum, who's like one of the best Pixar mums ever, and she has like a great friendship with like a manticore that she meets like halfway. They're the best part of the movie. Like, right. The mum and the manticore are the best part of the movie. But on Ian's 16th birthday, his mother reveals to him that a gift from their father who passed on before Ian was born.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they found that he was a wizard, and they have a spell that can bring him back for one day.
Right.
Barley isn't able to like do magic, but Ian is. But he's not strong enough, so he messes up the spell, and they only generate his dad's legs. And they have to get to like this specific magical place where they can like get the rest of him back, but they only have to do a day, because the next day before he disappears again.
Right.
So then it basically becomes like this mad dash to like get to this place, go on this quest, and like get their dad so Ian can meet him.
Whoa.
Yeah, but then from there it unravels and it becomes really emotional, and this great story about the brothers and how like, I don't want to spoil it because you haven't seen it, but it's such the emotional twist of the movie. It gets you so badly.
Pixar's good at that kind of thing.
Like thing is, towards the end of the act, the end of the movie, they do something that, not a dry eye in the house. It's so good and it makes so much sense. It's like one of the best Pixar twists.
I love that.
Yeah, it's I really like Onward. It's and thing is, the main thing I like about it is it starts out, people complain that it isn't like, it's not a magical world. But the whole point is it starts out very mundane, and as the movie goes on and Ian experiments and gets better with magic, you see more of like the fantasy stuff creep in.
Right.
So it's like, it starts out like just, okay, so it's just regular urban world, but now they've just like centaurs and just magical creatures and trolls and all that.
Right.
And then when they get out, they get into the field, they get into these mountains and these ruins and like the like invisible bridges, and it's so clever how the film is paced.
Right.
Add Onward to the list. Add Onward to the list. Monsters University, Turning Red, and Onward of like and Finding Dory really of just Pixar movies I would love to just make videos gushing about because I love them so much.
Okay.
Onward is going in A tier, above Up, above Monsters U. I think it's more consistent overall than WALL-E. I'm not putting it above Incredibles though. Yeah.
Okay.
Because again, WALL-E, amazing first half hour. Rest of it, pretty good.
Yeah.
Onward, the entire thing is really good. It's a lot more consistent.
Okay. So somebody says about Toy Story, Buzz and Woody barely interacted in Toy Story 3 as well, probably even less than Toy Story 4. Buzz was basically a comic relief in that movie, and Jessie felt more like a
in Toy Story 3 they had a reason.
Deuteragonist.
That's basically like Deuteragonist. It's like a secondary main character. Like so you have if you have multiple main characters, so it's like you have the primary focus, and then basically so like lesser lesser level protagonists basically.
Okay, then we have
like a third wheel.
Oh, right, okay.
But thing is, with Buzz in Toy Story 3, there was a plot reason for him to be acting like that, and it was important.
Right. Okay. So, number 10 for the alternative rating.
Yes, the alternative.
We have Soul.
Oh.
The first act is good at setting up how Joe feels his life is meaningless. The second act is a body swap comedy with some poignant scenes. And the third act is just a tear-jerking exploration of how life can be simple, but that doesn't mean you haven't lived your life.
Yeah, have you seen Soul?
I haven't, no. Have I seen Soul? I may have seen Soul. I think I've
We
seen
basically
Soul.
need to show you every single, late 2010s.
Is Soul the one where they're dancing on the pier? Like in the rain?
No, that's the short.
Oh, the short. Okay,
that's the Walt Disney Animation Studio short. Oh god, what's it called? It's my favorite Walt Disney Animation Studio short. I love it so much.
Oh no, it is a short, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's a short because I showed it you.
Yes.
I showed it you because I showed it you and I was just like, this is one of the best things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, you're making me think about that now. Oh, I love that shot so much.
The short before Encanto was really...
Oh, yeah, the Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really nice. It had a Gruffalo energy to it. You know?
Alright, speaking of Soul, that's our next target. Oh, God. Alright, Soul. I'm gonna put Soul...
in South Korea?
Just above Ratatouille. Well, actually,
Ooh, a storm.
Just.
Oh god.
I might move Monsters Inc. down. Actually, I might move Toy Story 3 down. We'll see. All right, yeah, I'm putting Soul there. I'm happy with that. The person pretty much summed it up. Soul feels like the most adult Pixar movie.
Right.
It's like some of the most poignant stuff they've ever made. It's like it is a tearjerker, and it's so well done. And the whole thing, it's about people's lives and like the meaning of happiness and how to find fulfillment.
Right. And
there's like this wonderful scene at a barbershop where it's like through shenanigans, a soul without a body ends up in the main character's body.
Right.
And the main character ends up in the body of a cat.
Right.
Alright? They go to a barbershop and like they start learning about like all the people in there and like all their dreams, their desires, and who they are as people.
Yeah.
And at the very end, it's when it's like the main barber's like the same away, and like the person in Joe's body turns to him just like, hey, how come like you never talked about that before? And he basically says, oh, you never asked. And it's this movie is so good. But the thing is, the main difference about that compared to Onward and Turning Red is like, I don't have to say that. Everyone else adores that movie so much.
Yeah.
Like, and what more can you say about Soul, really?
Yes, we are ranking. We're ranking the Pixar movies, but there are going to be other activities.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, we've got some Dear Lord, you've had them since the Bob's Burgers movie. No, we've got some trivia, and we've also got some old videos of mine that we're going to be reacting to.
Okay, so number 9 in the alternative rating. WALL-E.
Okay.
A compelling, cute story of how two robots gain more humanity than humanity itself by falling in love, inspiring the humans to break out of their directives of consumerism that may drag in the second act, but it's just so charming, and also I'm okay with its preachiness since it's a bit more far removed from real life than Incredible 2.
Well, the thing is, WALL-E Like a Bug's Life is one of those movies that it's only going to get more relevant with every single year that passes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially now, because it's like, I don't want to like be all doom and gloom, but it's like, you know, we are literally on the edge of we have to decide in the next like 10 years whether or not we want to die or not.
Yeah, right.
We want this planet to die, and that's yeah. I mean, we can't do anything. Like, as much as like advertise.
I wonder what Pixar's doing.
Yeah.
Who's making all these movies about it?
Yeah. I like, you know, we can't do anything about it, as much as like there are TV adverts that tell us like only we can prevent it, even though it's not. It's, you know, the 20 specific people that are actively killing the planet. It's the big oil companies, but you know, sure, it's us. It's the straws.
Sure, it's your straws. It's good to be people using less disposable plastic and stuff that's bad for the environment, but at the same time, the whole campaign of like putting it on everybody's everyday choices, like your straw and that. Yeah. Whilst corporations and rich.
I mean, it's
getting away with so much more.
It's the corporations making those.
Yeah, and the corporations are getting away with so much more, and governments are also getting away with so much more. You know, governments of particular countries that may or may not be picking fights. You know, getting away with all of this stuff with nobody really stopping them, and then they're like, no, but it's your straws, obviously.
Can I just say your hiccups are adorable?
Thank you.
I've never heard you hiccup before.
I sound like a pig.
All right. Luca. Another incredible movie. It's going in A.
And you can't stop me.
Yeah. I'm happy putting it there. Yeah, right. I'll take that. And Turning Red, like one of my favorite movies from like the past few years, is going at the top of A tier. Right. And you haven't seen it, so I can't talk about it because like a lot of the joys of these movies is like not knowing where they're going, even though they are great on a rewatch. But like the first time watching them, when like they like, you know, when they take an unexpected turn and it shocks you. Yeah. Because like Turning Red, it starts out, you know, quite, you know, simple, and it just gets more and more complex as it goes on. It goes into so deep about, you know, like adolescence and like maturity and like identity especially. Yeah. Because like I'll just say it. The main message of the movie, because someone said it was about like letting out your inner party animal every once in a while, like parent expectations. Yeah. That's one of the main messages, but like I think what's the overall point of the movie is don't suppress the parts of yourself that are ugly or like difficult to manage, because accepting all parts of you as part of you is the only way to fully live your life. Otherwise you're going to be held back, restrained the entire time, which isn't a way to live.
Yeah, I like that kind of message.
Yeah.
Also, it did cause a bit of a stir
because
of its metaphors, and I like a movie that can cause a bit of a stir.
I mean, not even metaphors. It's the fact they actually like have it. They talk about it in the movie.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's mainly what people got up in arms about, because they literally there's a scene where the mum comes in with like carrying like boxes of pads.
Right. Yeah. And people are like, no.
And she's like talking about like cramps and stuff, and it's
don't show the reality of what people.
I know. How dare you?
Goodness. So number 8, Ratatouille. Honestly, the slow pacing and heavy visual metaphors of the film make it harder to watch than most Pixar films, but the stylized characters, the message of not following the expectations of your dream world or your real world, but instead carving your own path, the comedic, over-the-top nature of Chef Skinner and Ego's speech at the end make this movie great.
Yes.
I
agree.
The slow pacing I like in Ratatouille because that's the setting.
Yeah.
It's not a really that much of a fast. I mean, it's in a kitchen, but you know.
They have some fast-paced scenes, some chase scenes going on.
Yeah, there's rats, so
yeah.
it's gonna be. But also, I love the fact that people are always like, Ratatouille, is that his name?
Yeah.
No, it's
Remy the Ratatouille.
Remy the Ratatouille.
Do you remember the TikTok musical? It seems like so long ago.
The TikTok musical. Oh,
Ratatouille, the TikTok.
Yeah.
It seems like so long ago now. All right. Because me and my friends actually we were talking about this.
A harder rewatch, not a hard. Oh right, sorry.
Yeah.
Harder rewatch. Oh, yeah.
Me and my friends talk about this in London. What would be the Pixar movies that would make the best stage musicals? And it's basically, obviously we thought Coco, but what I think Inside Out would make a terrific stage show. Just all the different things they could do with the switching between the mind and the thing, because we saw Back to the Future. When we were having this conversation, and that has one scene towards the end where they do a cut, you see in a movie where they cut from one shot to the other, but they did it on stage.
Right.
So it was literally just a case of Doc was standing there on the clock tower in one stage, literally, and then it faded out and Marty was just standing there.
Oh.
And you couldn't see Marty before.
Right.
So it looks, it was so good.
I think Bug's Life would be good on stage as well.
Basically, we arrived that Inside Out, Monsters Inc. Then we said Ratatouille, and then we realised that Ratatouille is actually a musical. So we decided a professional musical with songs that actually make sense.
Yeah.
Because Inside Out and Ratatouille have the most potential to be big Broadway hits.
Yeah.
In terms of just the concept and how creative they could be with their staging.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you think, Pixar movie turned into a musical, you go with Coco.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to do something more outside the box in that discussion.
I like it.
But so S tier. Let's quickly just swap some of these around.
I still cannot believe that Back to the Future has a musical. I mean, Shrek has a musical.
Well, the thing is, it's funny, it connects to this because the guy who plays Doc is called Roger Bart.
Right.
He's been in a lot of things, but one of his most claims to fame was the singing voice of Hercules.
Oh.
So getting him perform live was an experience because there is one number in the second act called This One's for the Dreamers. And because for most of it, he does the Christopher Lloyd Doc voice.
Right.
Yeah. For that one number, he just slips into his regular voice, and you just hear nothing but Hercules, and it is glorious.
I love that.
Especially because the song is so reminiscent of "Go the Distance."
Yeah.
All right. So.
Okay. Number 7, Inside Out.
There we go.
Insightful look. Oh wait. It's not finished.
So. We're done. So they need to get caught up.
Yeah, they're number 7.
I know they're on number 7, but we're about to move on to the next thing.
They're also typing this out, right? They're also as fast as they can. So number 7, Inside Out, an insightful look at how a child's brain changes when they deal with the major changes of their lives and how an imbalance in the emotions that you accept can lead to negative. And then the comment is not finished yet. We'll give them a minute. Turning Red was a great movie. It was a reminder that a lot of reactions to movies come from people who have not seen the movie.
That's a good take.
That's a good take.
That's a good take. All right, so
wait. And how an imbalance in the emotions that you accept can lead to negative outbursts and even depression. I just find myself caught up with some inconsistencies in the plot. I mean, yeah. Impactful movie though.
All right. Oh, definitely. So in S tier, I've put them on an order now. S tier, we have Inside Out, Coco, Finding Nemo, and Toy Story 2. Cream of the crop, some of the best animated movies ever made.
Yeah.
Best movies ever made in general. A tier, Turning Red, Finding Dory, Toy Story 3, Ratatouille, Soul, Monsters Inc., Incredibles, Onward, Wall-E, Monsters University, I almost said MU because that's what it says on the thing, Moo, Luca, Up, Incredibles 2, and Toy Story. Like, really good movies, just like spectacular characters, like wonderful messages, themes, some of them like really impressive twists that make sense, because, you know, they don't just do a plot twist for plot twist's sake, they actually make sense a lot of the time. Well, not in Toy Story, I mean, not in Incredibles 2's case, but, you know, it's still, thankfully the rest of the movie is just strong enough to outlive it. Alright, and B, we have A Bug's Life, Cars, and Cars 3. Still really good movies, just, you know, not quite, because you have to judge Pixar on like a different scale. Yeah.
For sure.
So, you know, still fantastic movies, just not quite on the level as the others. Then C, Toy Story 4, Good Dinosaur, Brave. Movies with good things in them that just don't quite come together overall.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, you know, well, they have
the movie Brave should have been the... Like,
it should have been like the Wii game.
Should have been the Wii game.
Should have been the Wii game.
More elements of the Wii game. That would have been good.
Yeah, so it's just like, you know, a lot of things about these movies work. There's usually like, either it doesn't come together like properly, or there is just like one big deal breaker in there.
Right.
And it's like, Good Dinosaur, it's its overall message. Toy Story 4, it's the ending. And Brave was just a case of good ideas, flawed execution.
Yeah.
Not enough of the witch.
Yeah, more of the witch, please.
And then finally in D, we have Cars 2.
Didn't do it for you.
No. Just like, less said about that, the better. Alright.
So we have number 6 for Toy Story 3, an amazingly crafted story that's just too much of a tearjerker to watch over and over again. Okay, and then we have Jaden has also brought us a tier list.
Oh god.
So
please.
S tier, we got Inside Out, The Incredibles, and Soul. A tier, all Toy Story movies, Cars 1 and 3, Cars 2, isn't it? Monsters Inc., Wall-E, and Finding Nemo. Okay. Wait, what? There's an A minus tier? A lower tier, Turning Red, Finding Dory, Ratatouille, Onward, Coco, Monsters University.
Well, basically with Pixar, it's like you have to separate them more. So it's like you need an A plus, an A, and an A minus, because like most of them go into A.
Yeah. So Delirious and Hilarious. Sorry, I can't speak today. Delirious and Hilarious is number 5 as Finding Nemo, the second most quotable movie in Pixar's catalogue. Beautifully crafted set pieces and a lovable cast of characters through and through. I agree.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's a classic.
It is.
It's a classic.
All right. Are we just gonna be waiting?
Yeah, but they're almost done. All of them.
Okay. All right. Hurry up.
Hey. Take your time, honeys.
All right. I think we should save the videos for the last thing we do.
Yeah.
So the next thing we're gonna do is the Disney 90s film trivia quiz.
Oh, we got okay, so a B minus tier, Brave and Incredibles 2, and bottom tier, Cars 2, A Bug's Life, and Good Dinosaur.
The Disney 90s movie quiz that for some reason includes The Little Mermaid and 101 Dalmatians. Little Mermaid, 89, I can kind of see it. 101 Dalmatians, why? Especially since it doesn't have Oliver and Company.
Your favourite one.
Well, I mean, it's the best one.
It's gotta be.
Alright, so this is the bit where you guys get to decide. Is Vicky gonna test me? Or am I gonna test Vicky?
I would love to test you, the expert.
Well, I mean, I think it'd be more fun if we tested you.
They're not
that difficult. They're not that difficult. They're like, what animal is the character of Ed from The Lion King? You gotta know this one.
Oh no. See, this is the
hyena.
Yes. Swap between each other. This is one.
Swap between. Well, that's just how you play the game. That's not fun.
We could play the game. Oh wait, number 4 in the tier list. We're getting close to the end of this fantastic tier list.
Oh, lovely.
Toy Story 2, the perfect Toy Story movie. It's comedic. It has the Roundup Gang, heartwarming morals, and great dialogue scenes. It does.
It does indeed.
It's the Roundup Gang, you know.
Let me just shuffle
What can you
these.
say? Every other question. Yeah.
Every other question.
Every other question.
Every other question.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh god, I'm gonna flop. I'm not a Disney.
Is this your flop error? All
My
right.
flop error.
I
Well,
guess we're just playing the game then.
Yeah, I'll do a live stream about the thing I know about and see how many you get correct.
Okay. All right. The aim of the game.
It's the random gang.
Well,
So
the thing
this
is-
is test Vicky. Hey.
The thing is, play this game. All right. So, the aim of the game is to be the first to score 10 points.
Okay.
See, there's already a disadvantage there. Before you begin, shuffle the cards and place them in the box with the question side facing backwards.
Oh, Roger. Oh. I'm gonna read this comment
Oh.
all the way back here.
Okay.
Hot take. You ready?
Yeah.
I don't like Oliver. It gave me nightmares as a kid. I don't even remember what it's about.
Okay, well that's not a good enough reason. You can watch it again. No, I just like I'm not that kind of person. It's like people are free to like and not like what they want, you know, as long as you're comfortable with being wrong. I'm kidding, all right?
Yeah.
I like the movie for very nostalgic reasons. It's another case of like
I like the Wii U game.
It's a movie-
Brave
yeah,
for
yeah.
nostalgia reasons. I mean, it's a good, you know.
I'm in a like Oliver and Company because there are a few things that movie does really well that are just things that really appeal to me, and you know they don't appeal to a lot of people. So you know, I love the 80s. This movie
Yeah.
was it's nothing but 80s.
Yeah,
You know, I love that kind of music. I
I
love.
don't like it for the same reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. The question side facing backwards. Well, I mean, we can just switch the box around. So the question side facing backwards, you say.
There's a fair bit of movies I got nightmares
1
from as a
point.
kid, but I love now. Yeah, I mean, maybe you will love them when you watch
All
them
right.
again.
Question side facing
Maybe you won't,
backwards.
but
Why did we have to put them back in the box?
Wait,
What
before
is
you-
the point of this?
Before you test me, number 3, Monsters Inc. This movie has one of the most creative worlds and one of the most funniest characters in the history of cinema. But I don't really care if it does not have a plot beyond getting boo home.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, if it's that good a movie and like creativity, and it makes you not notice that kind of.
I love how it says this player has 1 minute to answer the question, as if like they're gonna be that difficult. We're gonna need a minute for them.
I'm gonna need a minute.
I'll give you a minute, Vicky. I'll give you 2. I'll be nice.
Wait, are you saying that 80s vibes are niche and not popular? Then so how did? Okay. Well, you know.
Well, no.
they're
I'm
popular
not
for
saying
people.
that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like Oliver and Company was a movie made in the 80s that is so baked in 80s culture. So you know, it's like it's New York. It's like very like the sketchy backgrounds with like you know all the advertisements everywhere. It's like it's literally peak 80s. It's like Oliver and Company is like if you made a movie in the early 2000s set in the 80s, because 80s nostalgia is huge now, obviously, but it's like, you know, it wasn't really like the early 2000s when I discovered
Yeah.
Oliver and Company, and that was one of the most attractive things about it to me, just like how 80s it was, because I love that culture. I just love the aesthetic of the 80s.
Yeah, same.
All right.
Okay, Omniblock says, "Hi, I'm here. What did I miss? You missed.
You missed the Pixar. You missed Pixar ranking.
You
If
missed a lot of hot takes.
Yeah,
a lot of them are in the chat as well.
there you go. There you go. You can have a look at
Have a
that.
look.
Have a look at that while we figure out how to play this damn game.
Yes, and we get our last 2. I want to know what number 1 is on Delirious and Hilarious.
Well, I mean, it's a process of elimination. They haven't said Coco yet.
Stole your line. What line?
What?
I stole your line. What line did I steal?
I don't.
Line?
Yeah, I don't think they've said Coco yet. Actually,
No, maybe. No, I don't think so.
Coco's probably their number 1. Did I guess it?
Imagine. Oh man. Well, you know, you can watch it again.
Yeah.
Sorry you missed the part. You can watch it again. It's okay.
Yeah.
They missed
It's
the
all
hot-
you know.
Oh, they missed the hot takes. Okay.
It'll all
yeah.
be backed up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube.
Yeah. All right. So this player has 1 minute to answer. So the youngest player takes a card from the front of the box and asks the player to their left if they want a 1 or 2 point question. I'll be nice. I'll say 1 point questions. You can say 2 points.
Okay.
Even though they'll probably be more difficult. So okay. What if I'll take half points? There we go.
That's fine. We'll just play it as we play it.
All right.
I'm not trying to compete here. I'm just trying to get something correct.
Yeah. All right. This player has 1 minute to answer the question. Their first answer should be taken as their final answer, even if you have the minutes. Okay.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
If they answer the question correctly, they should place the question card on the table in front of them and note if they have 1 or 2 points. Please remember if you have 1 or 2 points, because we're not going to know otherwise.
Okay, so, yeah, he disrespected Toy Story 4. Rest of the list is pretty solid, though, to be honest. And then Ron just, damn, I've only seen like 3 or 4 of these movies. Number 2 on the list, The Incredibles.
Did I get Coco right?
The funnest Pixar movie to quote, a screenplay written where everything matters, the best family dynamics I have ever seen in a movie, and a great story about a father learning to... And then done with it.
Well, the best family dynamic in any movie ever. I mean, obviously I haven't seen the Bob's Burgers movie.
Bubba's Burgers.
the Bubba's Burgers.
The Bubba's Burgers. The Bob has burgers. Bob
All right,
burgers.
so the youngest player takes a card from the front of the box and asks the player if they want a 1 or 2 point question. Which way is the front of the box?
You're the youngest player, because I'm old.
Yeah. Creaking, rusty joints.
Literally.
All right.
Taking the bone medicine.
So this is the back of the box, I guess. Why put them back in the box? Why is that part of the instructions?
So that you don't lose them.
Yeah, okay. So would you like a 1 or 2 point question?
Yeah.
A yeah.
Yeah.
You want a yeah point question?
It's infinite. I'll have a 2 point.
Okay. During Hercules' hero training, what is rule number 95?
God knows. These are easy.
The 1 point
No.
questions are easy.
I have no idea.
Concentrate.
Oh, is that the rule?
Yeah, that's
or are
the
you telling me
rule.
to concentrate?
Why can't it be both?
Concentrate.
Alright.
Okay, so okay.
Actually, that's a pretty good question. Oh well,
A great story about a father learning to truly appreciate his family, and every character gets a nicely written character arc. Syndrome is just grotesque and creepy at some points for my comfort.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I agree. The Owl House is one of the best family dynamics.
Ah, it does. It does.
Dumb kids. Those are my dumb kids. Yeah. In movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm ready for number 1.
It's
I'm ready
Coco.
for you to absolutely gush about your number 1 movie. I'm excited.
I mean, like honestly, like this person has done more in the stream than we have.
Yeah.
All right, it's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've got to try and like slip one out. Thing is, I was not expecting like a hard-hitting question like that. Like rule number 95. Wow.
Okay. What? Okay. 1 point or a 2 point?
I'm about to embarrass myself. Give me a 2 point.
What is the name of Prince Eric's dog?
Max.
Oh. Yeah.
What?
Not to embarrass
Okay.
myself.
Well, all right. That was.
All right.
Okay. All right. I guess I get 2 points.
Yeah, you get 2 points. Sure.
Should we play to 15?
No, it's fine. Let's play to 10.
All right.
To 10.
Well,
Because then
yeah,
I
okay.
embarrass myself for a much
All right.
shorter period.
Would
of
you like a
time.
1 or a 2 point question?
I have a 1.
A 1. All right. Ursula the Sea Witch has 2 eels. What are they called?
Hassie and Cassie. I don't know.
Flotsam and Jetsam.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay.
I wonder who Prince Eric is. Prince Eric? Oh, Prince Eric from Ariel. Is that what it's called? The Little Mermaid?
From Ariel. My favourite Disney movie, Ariel. Is about planes.
Okay, 1 point or 2 point?
2 points.
Okay, what is the name of the captain who trains Mulan and her fellow troops at the camp?
Captain Li Shang.
I know that!
Captain Li
I should
Shang.
have got that one. I know Li
I've got
Shang.
4 points and you've got none.
He's our Bicon.
Hey, yeah, I know.
Oh, number 1, Coco. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
will let you chat. I will let you type out the whole of your thoughts before I read this out.
Yes, because we're in the middle of a game.
Yes.
A friendly competition of
Friendly
which...
competition of how many points above me is it gonna win?
Probably 10. I'll Alright. 1 point or 2 point?
Let's go 1.
Okay. What does Ursula want from Ariel in exchange for the potion that will make her human for 3 days?
Her voice.
There we
Okay,
go!
I have 1 point.
You got it!
That one was easy though.
Yay! Well done!
Easy, Tom.
Oh.
Hey, I'm definitely doing a stream about Doctor Who, and you're gonna answer all the questions.
Oh, okay. Oh. I mean, you need to start a YouTube channel first.
It's gonna happen one day.
One day.
I'm gonna do this, but with Doctor Who, because I know a lot. Although I do have to watch the more recent ones, because I've been avoiding.
We are gonna destroy this box.
Oh, it's fine. I'll be careful with it. Okay, 1 or 2 point.
You know what? We'll be spontaneous. We'll say 1 point.
Are you sure? It's gonna be way too easy for you. Genuinely, I know this one.
Yeah, but that'll be 6 points in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, all right. I'll take the 2 point question.
What does Prince Eric receive from Grimsby as a birthday gift aboard the ship?
The statue.
Of
The statue of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Uh,
Little Mermaid is another movie that gave me nightmares, so I didn't watch it again. How many did all of these movies give
Can
me
you
nightmares?
shuffle these cards? Because we've gotten a lot of Little Mermaid questions.
We have, and I don't.
I'm not
much
good at
about
shuffling
it.
Little Mermaids.
That should be your new tagline.
No. Hi, I'm the Gladiator, and I'm not good at shuffling Little Mermaids. Oh well, we've seen enough of the tier list.
We have. I've seen enough. Takes glasses off. A lot of Disney movies gave me nightmares. Another one is The Lion King. That one, I guess, like there are some spooky moments. You know.
Dear Lord, don't let this person watch Nightmare Before Christmas. They'll be scarred for life.
Do you watch horror movies, Ranja? Do you watch horror movies these days? Because
these days.
Obviously not as a kid. Okay.
All right. Have you shuffled them?
Yes, I've shuffled.
All right, shuffle them. We'll pop them back in the deck now.
Okay.
Should we let's keep them out. It'll be easier. I don't know why that's a rule about putting them in the box. It's stupid.
Yeah, The Little Mermaid was in production the last time I was in Disney World. Damn.
Oh, wow. 1988.
Nice.
Well,
How was Disney World then?
Oh, well, it was interesting because back then they had an actual animation studio in the parks, and you could walk through and see the animators actually working on the films.
Whoa, in their natural habitat.
Basically.
That's cool.
So they animated all of Mulan, Brother Bear, and Lilo and Stitch there. And they also animated most of Goofy Movie. They animated like scenes from like all the other 90s ones.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I have the number 1 for Delirious and Hilarious. I'm finally done. You can read my number 1. I will. I'm going to enjoy it.
All right, yeah. We'll savor the moment.
Okay, so number 1, Coco, a beautifully crafted, artistic love letter to Mexican culture with songs that I cannot get out of my head, characters that are memorable and endearing, comedic that have me laughing on even the 10th watch, and a heartwarming story about how pursuing fame can hurt those you love on a deep level, to the point where if it ends up you never seeing your family again, it can become hard for them to forgive you or even want to remember you. Damn. We also have I didn't watch Nightmare Before Christmas until I was an adult, so I enjoyed it a lot.
Well, then you need to re-watch all those older movies.
And
then.
Omniblocks wants to know why you think Cars 2 is the worst. You're gonna have to rewatch this tier system.
It's Cars 2.
I love how one song in Coco can be both uplifting and sad.
Oh yeah.
I've not seen it. I don't know why I'm like, yeah. I love that. I will love that when I see it.
I'm gonna make you watch both. Like, we're watching Turning Red tonight, and the next time you come over to watch 2 episodes of The Isles, we're watching Coco afterwards.
Okay. Instead of somebody else.
Yeah, we'll get food. We'll get food.
He thinks Cars 2 is the worst because it is.
Because it's Cars 2. What more do you need to say?
I'm half dead now. Well, okay, a fantastic effort for the alternative tier list.
I believe it was you that were going next.
Get my praise and applause. I like your descriptiveness.
Yes,
everything.
Definitely.
Hi, new person who just joined. Squall.
Oh yeah, no, they're regular. Thing is,
regular.
You don't.
I don't know who's regular.
Yeah, like I haven't been looking at the chat this time, so I don't know like who's regular, who's been in or not.
Yeah.
All right. Would you like a 1 or a 2 point question?
Let's go 1. We don't have like 2.
What are the crew of the ship in search of in the new world? This is from Pocahontas.
Corn? I don't know. What were they after? Land?
Gold.
Oh yeah. Thanks, I'm a perfection. I can tell. Yeah, it was a perfect list. It was lovely.
It was lovely. Yeah.
It was lovely. Gold.
All right.
Gold.
Next
It
next
gold.
up.
I don't know this.
Next
I've not seen Pocahontas in ages.
Gold. Oh yeah, but it's like it's common sense.
Yeah, they're after something. They're just plundering, really. Who's your favourite Owl House character and why is it Gus? Yeah, I just love him. He's just so good. I do also really like Ida.
Oh,
because she just like the lines that come out of Ida are great. But also Gus, that's the thing. Both of them have like the some of the things that they say are just gold. And now I'm John Smith. Oh God, I'm not John Smith.
Oh no.
The hurricane scene from Little Mermaid scared me as a kid.
I mean, try being in it. Because obviously I was in the production of Little Mermaid. I remember I had to scream when Eric falls off the ship. I was the one who went, "Man overboard!" It hurt my throat so much.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the thing is, I'm a naturally loud person.
I know.
What? Yeah, I know. Because well, they know as well. Yeah. While we were rehearsing, we were in like tech rehearsal for our end of year show. Our last ever uni show. It was Pippin. If any musical theatre nerds out there know that.
It was so good.
Yeah, they did come to watch, and then they left before like we got out the changing rooms.
I was like, what am I supposed to go? Or...
No, you wait for me to get out, and
Your
then
family
then
was
you.
there as well, so I was
Yeah. So, at one point during rehearsals,
There's only one correct.
I have a solo. I like sing a verse solo, and then 2 of the other characters are talking underneath me. I never knew that there was actually dialogue going under that because I was singing so loud. So my director went to the guy doing the microphones and said, "Can we turn Jake's mic off, please?" And then the technical director turned to my director, and do you want to know what he said? What he said next? "It's not on."
It's not on.
Yes, my microphone
microphone
was not turned on because I am that loud.
Wow.
Because I've been taught ever since high school to project whenever I'm on stage.
But nobody else could project.
Basically. Basically, I have a very grand theatrical voice.
You do. You have an actor voice.
I do indeed. What?
I've forgotten his name. Oh my God, what's his name?
Who?
Gandalf. I was like, all right, Gandalf. You know, wear a scarf soon. Okay, we have a lot of people talking about their favorite Owl House characters. Okay. I'm still upset that Cars isn't focused on Susie and the Blue Coupe. V is the best, though cutest snack. Who's V?
V. Oh, V from Owl House. Do you remember the basilisk from Yesterday's Lie?
Oh yeah. Favorite Owl House character? You mean I have to choose? There's only one correct answer. So Delirious and Hilarious says I should just make my own Pixar ranking video at this point. Do it.
Do it.
Go ahead and do it. I would watch that. I would definitely watch that. Mine is 100% Amity. Same. Oh my God. So people like
I'm quite basic. My favorite character is Luz just because I relate to her on a personal level. But I mean, I just love everyone. I love Willow. I love Gus. I love Hunter.
You love everyone.
I know. I'm a very loving person.
You love everyone.
Except Kikimora and Boscha.
There we go. I was about to say.
And now Philip Wutterbane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he's a jerk.
He's okay. 1 or 2 points?
2 points. 2 points.
Oh goodness. Who gifts Pocahontas her necklace?
Her father.
Yes. Correct. Hot take. V better than Amity. No, come on.
No.
I like V, but not that much.
Come on, no, everyone's equal. Why do we have to pit everyone against each other? It's like
yeah,
these
I don't
poor
want to say so-and-so is
these
better
poor
than...
traumatized children have been through enough. They don't need to be pitted against each other.
They don't, especially like if you're a basilisk.
Mm.
She's now. I do really like that she's now living with Lucis.
Yeah, Camila.
So sweet.
All right.
I like Lucis.
Would you like a 1 or 2 point question?
I'm gonna go brave and get a 2 point.
What food does John Smith share with Miko?
Bread.
Biscuits.
Damn, it's a type of bread, isn't it?
Stop bread. Oh, you're right. My turn again. What am I on?
Aww. Delirious and Hilarious's favourites are Luce and Amity because they're two sides of me. Conservative, determined and smart, perfectionist and awkward, lovable geek.
Oh.
Please make a video with your favourite Pixar movies.
Please do.
I'll definitely watch that.
I'll watch it as well. Okay. Alright, so I need one more card to win, Vicky. So
Yes.
pull it out. Come on. Give me a 2 point.
Who helps fly Bernard and Miss Bianca to Australia?
Alright, straight. Oh, well, Australia. Alright, so it's not Wilbur, because that's in the first one, so it's Orville.
Wilbur.
Oh, no, I got it wrong. Oh.
Yes!
I got it wrong. I know it's Wilbur and Orville, because obviously that's like the Wright brothers flying machines.
Oh, God. I'm 16, you may have to wait.
That was a dyslexic slip of the tongue. It doesn't count.
A professional video? Well, it's cool. Just, you know, do what you can do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
persuasive.
I don't make professional
I'm saying,
videos. You've
go
called
ahead.
this professional.
Yeah.
Just do, you know.
Just do
The thing is,
your thing.
Yeah, one of my friends wants to start a YouTube channel, and I keep telling him, well, then just do it. Because he's like, oh, I don't have the right equipment, so I'm so worried. Just like, don't. You figure that out as you go.
My phone quality is awful, but I still make TikToks.
I literally, I started out just filming on my smartphone.
Yeah.
And then I got a new one with a better camera. Then I actually got a camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta start somewhere. And I think it's a good time to start when you feel like you have an idea for something.
Well, yeah, because
you
it's
have
like...
an idea for something, so it's a good time to start.
Because I had a lot of YouTube channels in high school. And then it would go through like this cycle of like, I'd make them, get a bit of a like notice, and then people from my school would find it, and that would be over.
I had a YouTube channel in high school. It's all the videos are. I mean, you
but
can.
I would make a new channel every single time I had a new hyperfixation. So I had one for like when I was really into Family Guy. I had one was when I wanted to make Mario plush videos. The one I had the longest was a channel called Pixelated Awesomeness.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like I would make like Disney Infinity like theories and news of like what new characters are going to be coming to the game, and they were so bad. I'm so happy that they're gone forever.
Okay. They say I haven't asked my dad if I can make YouTube a hobby yet, so maybe just a few months. Yeah, I mean, if you like wait a couple of months and be like, here are my ideas, and write some ideas, maybe write some videos, and then like go with it and say like I have this idea.
Well, because I like
go ahead and try.
If you look back and see like when I created this channel compared to when I uploaded the video.
And we're gonna.
Oh yeah, because it was like I uploaded my first video in June 8th, 2020. I think I made the channel late 2019. That's like, you know, how long I'd been planning to restart this, and then obviously 2020 happened, which gave me, you know, suddenly I had a lot of free time on my hands, and I needed to keep myself busy to avoid going insane.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was talking to my friends yesterday while we were in the park, and I was just like, it's so bad to say, but the pandemic was kind of the best thing that ever happened to me. Even though it meant I wasn't able to do any like musical theatre anymore, it's, you know, I started this, and you know, I like.
This is a whole thing.
I mean, I don't want to say like I found my calling in life, but it's like.
Found your calling in life?
Well, it's just like nothing makes me feel as good as like doing this, really.
Yeah, I love that.
Anyway, so you're up next. Ignore the last question. That was a dyslexic slip of the tongue. All right, so. You have not shuffled these well.
Look, You remember how we used to play Uno?
Mm-hmm. This is the exact same... This is the same answer as the last question, just with a different, like, question. I remember us playing Uno. I remember my foolproof system of throwing all the cards on the table and then just putting them back together. Because that shuffles them.
Okay. Oh, there's also a certain character you haven't seen yet who is introduced in Hollow Mind and goes all out in season 2 finale.
Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, stop it.
No.
We haven't gone that far yet.
No, I think our next episode is reaching out.
Yeah. But we now know there's one person who has a character they hate, so that's cool.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
I tried making a YouTube channel, but it never really took off. I'm a believer in do what makes you happy, not what there's one. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've made a YouTube channel as well. I have 3 videos on there.
Yeah.
2 of them that I've hidden because I'm just so embarrassed by them. It was one of my friends. It was a good friend's favorite.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this.
It was her favorite thing to do, to send people the link to my YouTube channel, and like she watched it and like loved showing other people, but I just.
Nah.
I wasn't at the age, like I hadn't quite matured yet enough to be making like anything,
All
and
right.
I was just trying to be like as.
Okay.
As what I'm.
The Hercules questions are really difficult for no reason.
Right.
So, would you like a 1 point?
I'll have a 1 point.
What does Hercules have to do to rejoin the gods? We need the countdown music to start playing.
He has to.
That's along the lines of...
It's to become a hero.
I'll give it you. It's prove himself a true hero on Earth.
Ah, there you go.
There you go. You got another one. Well done, you.
Oh, people like the episode reaching out. I'll you know.
I've heard a lot of people like basically what.
Be prepared for emotions.
Because obviously I've not been able to avoid everything on Twitter, so I just know that from where we've gotten to, that's basically like the precipice, and the rest of season 2B just goes buck wild.
Yeah.
It's gonna get absolutely insane. Oh yeah, it's your turn.
It is.
Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe I'll have another dyslexic slip of the tongue.
Oh, okay. Reaching Out is my personal favourite episode for very personal reasons. When it airs, remember me, and now the song is in my head. That's what happens.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Can we stop talking about like what's coming up in the new episodes?
Stop spoiling it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Spoilers, sweetie.
All right.
Okay. So 1 or 2.
Give me a 2.
What colour is Bernard's jumper?
Oh, red. It's Bernard, by the way.
It's Bernard, by the way. Can we watch your old videos yet?
No. I'm gonna go through now. This is gonna be fun. This is what I wanted to do.
Do you wait? Wait, was Big Hero 6 on the tier list?
Oh, Big Hero 6 is a Walt Disney Animation Studios movie, not a Disney, not a Pixar one. I must have not a Disney movie. Yeah.
It's not a Disney. It's a yeah.
So if you want to see where I rank Big Hero 6, you can go look at one of the first videos I ever uploaded, which was my Walt Disney Animation Studios tier list video.
Yeah.
That one is really bad. All right. Here we go. We're gonna see how long it takes for you to get to 10 points just by doing doing the 1 point questions. All right. So who is Simba's best friend?
Timon.
Nala.
Simba. Oh no! I was playing that one thing.
You thought it was Pumbaa.
Look, it's Pumbaa. Look, it's Timon from.
Oh,
I
Lord.
just got look. I don't know.
These are all just Lion King questions. So, the first time we see Nala, what is she in the middle of?
Breakfast.
A bath. In which country is Mulan set?
China.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So that's 3 points you have now. I don't know what's happened to your other card.
Look, okay.
I remember
look,
that you
why
had
did
3
you get such
points.
an easy question wrong. Look, Hey, shush.
Okay.
He's the expert, not me.
When the enchantress, dyslexics coming back, transformed the prince into the beast and placed the castle under a powerful spell, what did Cogsworth become?
Clock.
There you go!
Cogs, clock.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Mulan disguises herself as a man to take whose place in the army?
Father? See, I know
Yay!
Mulan. I know that one.
Alright.
I also know the original movie. I've seen the original movie that was like the real one. I'm kidding. But also it's based on a poem.
Yeah. Alright, we don't do Mulan questions anymore then.
No.
What is the name
not
of
fair.
Anita's pet Dalmatian?
Spot? I don't know.
Perdita!
Her father.
What colours are Cruella's hair?
It's black and white, isn't it?
There you go.
Black and white.
Well done, you.
Oh my! Listen.
What is the name of Hercules'
shook.
flying horse? What is the name of Hercules?
Pegasus.
Yes.
That one's just a myth, right?
Are you at 10?
Thing.
Are you at 10 yet? I know you've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only
See,
need
this
3
is
more.
why we're testing you, not me.
Only need 3 more.
They're all.
Yeah, but it'd be
looking at me.
boring testing me.
Would it though? Imagine you got one of them wrong before. So.
Yes, because of a dyslexic slip of the tongue, I knew the answer because they have different birds. Because the guy who played Orville in the original Rescuers, he passed away before they did the second one, so they had to get us, and so they did Orville and Wilbur. So
It's okay. These would trip me up 2 hours better at naming Muppets. We're all good at something.
better at naming Muppets.
If you give me a quiz about which, like,
Ooh.
if you give me a quiz about like Doctor Who characters, that'd be.
Once we're caught up, we're gonna do an Owl House quiz.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you do an
I could
Owl
do
House
that.
quiz.
I already started watching it again.
Really?
No, I made my sibling watch it.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
oh
sort
yeah,
of
you
the
were
same.
telling me. Yeah. Right. Who is the ruler of the underworld?
Hades. So again, this is mythology.
In which city is 101 Dalmatians set?
New York?
London. That's Oliver and Company you're thinking of.
Ah, no. Hades.
Shan Yu is always accompanied by which animal?
Shang Yu.
Yeah, the villain in Mulan.
Is this some sort of bird? It's like an eagle or something, right?
Is that your final answer?
Or a vulture.
Is that your final answer?
Is it an eagle?
It's a falcon.
A falcon! I knew it was a type of bird.
Where does Aladdin live?
Where does he live? Because he lives in...
Okay, can you name the place?
No.
Agrabah.
But like in some tellings of the story, it's like, oh, it's set in China, and then
Oh yeah, I know that, but we're talking about the Disney version.
It's like, what is?
We are talking about the Disney version. Okay. The entrance to the Cave of Wonders is in the shape of which animal's head?
Oh my god, a lion.
Tiger.
A tiger.
That's
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
Oh, somebody wants to give us quizzes.
Oh.
Can I give you quizzes? You can give us quizzes.
If it's like looking up online, typing in a thing, yeah, we can try that.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for like good Disney quizzes, I couldn't find any. I was finding one where it's like, ooh, you know, here are all the questions and all the answers. If you want to make like a Disney quiz of your own, just like, no, I want to take a Disney quiz. I don't want to make one. Okay.
I thought the quiz wanted an address.
How many puppies do Pongo and Perdita have?
100. 99, right?
It's 15. They start with 15.
15?
They start with 15, then they get abducted by Cruella because all the others are bought and paid for, and then they all escape together.
Oh, right, okay.
God, no! Perdita wouldn't be able to walk after that.
How was she?
Oh.
Like enormous.
not gonna get any of those. Not gonna get any of those. Okay. That's the exact same as the Cogsworth question.
Thank you.
Which part of the castle is Belle forbidden from entering?
The West Wing.
Yes. Alright, I think you just need one more now. What is Belle's father's name?
I can see his face.
It's not the face we need, it's the name.
Oh my gosh. I actually can't remember.
Just say a random guy's name.
Terry.
Try again.
Terry. That's the same.
Maurice is the answer we were looking for.
Maurice. Terry.
In which country is Beauty and the Beast set?
France.
There you go. You got 10. Well done, you.
Thank you, everyone, for your support.
Round of applause. Round of applause. You tried your best, and that's what counts.
I did. I always try my best.
When you
Even if I
try
don't
your
know
best, but you don't succeed.
Thank you. This is congrats, and I don't know whether that's sarcastic or.
All right. They want us to do quizzes. Well, we probably have time for one quiz.
Yeah, let's do a quiz.
Before we start
This is just a stupid quiz. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do a quiz, then we'll watch the videos, then we'll probably answer any more questions you guys have, and then we'll call it there until tomorrow, because I will be back again, streaming by myself, unfortunately.
I will be at work.
Yeah, that's the main reason. I was going to do the stream on Wednesday, but then Vicky said, they had work, so they said they were free on Thursday, though. So, we arranged to have an entire day. Go watch the Bob's Burgers movie, come back here and stream. Right. Do you know where you put the other card?
What other card?
The other card
I don't put it
that you
anywhere.
want to... Alright, well, maybe I took it off you.
You did.
Maybe it was just maybe it was a reflex that I just assumed you got it wrong and took it off you.
Just stole things from me.
Yeah. There we go. That's an alright little quiz, actually.
That's alright.
Some questions are too easy, and some of them are quite a challenge. Quite nice.
Yeah.
Right, so, are we looking up a
Labam.
quiz?
Labam. Do you remember Labam?
Labam?
Labam.
Lab-
What's Labam?
Bam.
Labam. What is it?
Labam.
Labam.
I do.
What's Labam?
I don't know. What is Labam?
La Big Bam.
Alright, we'll do a people.
This music reminds me of Undertale.
Finish the line. The ship doesn't. Oh, I think they're giving us a quiz.
Oh, I see.
Oh no. Oh, okay, hold on. Labam. Oh, animation error in Gravity Falls. That's right. So basically, in Gravity Falls, you haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna make you watch it. Well, maybe I'll make you watch it. It depends what these people want to see. So basically, there was an error in Gravity Falls, and the Mabel, because she had it on a sweater, went Labam. So everyone was theorizing Labam was Mabel's evil doppelganger, because that's what we did with Gravity Falls. Sometimes we were right, sometimes our crazy theories were right, and that's the weird thing about it.
Right.
So yeah. So you guys gonna link us to a quiz, or
Give us a quiz. Give us a quiz.
because I tried looking
Give us
for
a
one, I
quiz.
was not able to find any really.
I'd love a quiz. Can you send us a quiz? You had some links. Somebody.
Send some links.
Somebody. That's what the quiz object. Huh? Can I give you quizzes?
Delirious and hilarious. So got all these answers right.
Yeah. Very, very good. Putting me to shame.
Yeah. Oh god, we're gonna have to. We're gonna go to this in a bit.
Oh yes.
You guys can't see. There it is. We're gonna go to that in a bit. That's gonna be fun. Relive some memories.
Your old room.
That's not my old room. That's just the office back home. back at my house with my
Oh.
family because
Oh, I
obviously
see. You
I
just used the
I
office.
started this during summer of 2020. I was stuck at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In a hat.
Yeah.
Indoors.
Well, basically, yeah, because I thought that was going to be like my outfit back then. Because like my jean jacket's it's over there somewhere, but I'm not putting it on because it's boiling. Just look at that plain ass white wall. It's just like there's nothing on it. It just looks so terrible. And like I'm not even properly in the frame. What? What is that? I'm just like, hi guys. So today we're going to be talking about.
Okay. Could we just ask you guys trivia questions? How's a quiz sound? A quiz.
A quiz.
Quizzes.
Okay, you guys ask us some trivia questions.
Yeah. Well, quizzes. I'm
Yeah.
old, alright?
Alright.
Ask us some trivia questions.
Yeah, I wasn't having any luck finding like proper quizzes because I wanted because like a few years ago you could just type in Disney quiz and you get like ones that are like 50 questions long and you just get to go through them.
Damn.
Yeah, and it's just
Do
like
it.
you couldn't find those anymore.
Do a BuzzFeed quiz with which Disney character you are. I'm sure there's one.
There are because
Let's have a look.
'cause
Let's do something infuriating.
that's
to it.
all I came across. Okay.
Oh, what two movies from Disney released in 2002?
2001 2002.
Yeah.
2002, Lilo and Stitch and Atlantis. Was Atlantis 2001? I know Lilo and Stitch was 2002. Brother Bears 2003. Home and the Rangers 2004. Because Chicken Little's 2005. No, because Treasure Planet comes after Lilo and Stitch. Is it Treasure Planet and Lilo and Stitch? It goes Atlantis, Lilo and Stitch, and Treasure Planet. I think it's... Well, no, because they haven't said anything on Twitter about Treasure Planet's anniversary. But it's Disney, why would they?
Oh, this is yes.
Oh, yes, alright.
Correct.
Okay. If that's not working, I'm trying to direct you, quote TV. Don't know if the link posted.
There doesn't look like there's a link in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see any link.
What might work, it might not like automatically post links, so if you put some spaces in between it and I'll just type it into like the search bar.
Yeah. Who's Luce named after?
Who's Luce named after?
Yeah, who's Luce named after? I don't know that.
Like real life, or have they revealed something in the show?
If it's in the show, then it's
just see it. That's the. No, it's a skip. Don't tell us the answer to that.
Don't tell us the answer. Real
life.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
The
circle of life.
It's named after. What was the original line? Okay, everyone's asking multiple questions here. What was the original line in Arabian Nights that got cut for racial insensitivity? It's where they cut off your ear if you don't like your face, it's barbaric, but hey, it's home. And they change it to where it's flat and immense and the heat is intense.
Oh, okay. I mean, fair enough.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's
Wow.
obviously, it's so obviously not Robin Williams, so like the voice just gets so deeper out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, where the caravan camels roam, where it's flat and immense and the heat is intense, it's barbaric, but hey, it's home.
Okay.
Yeah. Who is Anne's character design based on? Matt Braley's grandmother.
Oh, okay. I love how I don't know anything.
Vicky doesn't know any amphibia.
Vicky doesn't know again.
Yeah. So basically, like, no modern. Like, let's stick to the movies, guys. Let's stick to the movies for these questions, because like we're trying to accommodate for some company.
You don't have to accommodate for me.
Oh,
I'll just sit back and be like, cool. Yeah. Luce Batista. Who's Luce Batista?
I don't know, but we'll find out. Well, Vicky, don't look it up. We need the chat.
I will be one moment. Luce Batista. No, her roommate.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh.
Terrence also said that Lucy's character evolved from conversations she had with Luce, who later became her best friend. That's so oh, I love that. Her best friend.
Oh. You might have to refresh because you've been away.
I've been away.
Yeah.
A wee.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm just checking your phone.
Go ahead.
Sorry about, oh, is Camila's voice actor a professionally trained as a singer? Oh, I haven't like dived into Encanto behind the scenes. I know Adas's, that's Dolores's. Obviously Stephanie Beatrix's. Just because of like the phrasing and the fact like logically, because almost every actor in that movie is, the fact that he's not would be noticeable. Like, it would be noteworthy if he wasn't, because almost everyone else in the movie is. So I'm gonna say no.
Ooh.
Now we wait. That's the worst part, the waiting.
Remember to guard your... Oh, okay.
What?
Oh, it's just a live chat thing.
Oh.
Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our
We've been at this 2 hours, so we'll probably like do this, like say like another 10, 15, then we'll watch the videos, then we'll wrap it up from there.
Okie dokes. We don't know. Ah, correct. His amazing lines are just the natural talent of the voice actor. Oh, nice.
Thing is, that's good, because it's like, I was looking at like one of the ones where it's like isolated, so it's like, and I noticed that he opts up on a line. Opts up is basically, it's like when you like go higher in the music. So it's like, you know, well you came to see it with me, so you know we didn't talk about Bruno. Yeah. So you know how they have the 7-foot frame rats along his back. When he calls your name, it all fades to black. Yeah, he sees your dreams, feasts on your screams. When they do the bit where they all come together, he goes up.
Oh.
So it's yeah, he sees your dreams, feasts on your screams.
Okay.
That was awful because I have not warmed up and I haven't sung in weeks, but so yeah, he goes up with that.
It's because somebody's obsessed.
Yeah. Someone there. Just vibing.
Indeed.
Thing is, the fact I know, well, I've listened to this music so much because there's like, I have like 1,000 tracks that I use in just every video, but it always ends up like being like the same like pull of like 150 that I end up using. So it's like all these tracks I know like the back of my hand. So it's just like if I need like, oh, I need something dramatic, just like, oh, I know where I'm going.
Okay, we've got 2 questions. Was Frozen 2 a smooth production? Why or why not?
Was Frozen 2 a smooth production? No, it was definitely not. I mean, well, the thing is, they did an entire documentary series about it on Disney+. It was basically a case of, it was all up to the wire with Frozen 2.
Right.
And because they had such a hard time figuring out what it was going to be. So it's like, we watched Frozen 2.
No, I watched Frozen 2 in Japan.
Oh, you were in Japan back then, because that's 2019.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I watched that in cinema.
No, I watched Frozen 2 twice. I once with my mum and my sister, and once with another friend from back home. So Show Yourself, that song went through like most drastic changes.
Right.
Because it took them the longest time to figure out what that was. And that was important because obviously that's literally the cornerstone of the movie. That's like the central piece of the whole thing. No, Frozen 2's production was not smooth sailing. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. What was the name of the Disney animated short about an anthropomorphized car?
The Disney animated short about an anthropomorphized car.
Yeah.
I'm thinking because it's obviously like, we're talking like classic. I don't know why I'm imagining Benny the Cab from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's not it. God. Thing is, I'm scanning through like the modern Disney shorts, and like there's not Paperman, not Little Umbrella, so it's got to be like a more classic one. It's an anthropomorphized car. I don't think there's been one of those lately. Oh Lord. What decade?
Yeah, what decade is it from?
Yeah.
What decade? Oh, okay.
What?
Do you want another question while we're like?
Yeah, sure. Give me another question.
How many years was The Greatest Showman? I know it's Fox, but it's owned by Disney now. Like most of the things.
Animated. Animated. My name is the Gladiator. It is my mission to info dump about everything Disney animation on the internet. All right.
How long was it in production?
We don't take. I don't know. Let's 7 years.
7.
Let's take a crack at that.
Wild.
7 years. Don't know about live action. I don't care. Real people scare me.
Car short, June 6th, 1952.
1952, you say?
Yeah.
Car shot June 6th, 1952. Okay. It rings a bell hearing like a classic Disney animated car short. But there have been like quite a few talking cars. Quite a few.
Director Clyde Chernymi, story by Bill Peet. Oh, I think maybe that car short was the name of it.
Car? No, I mean, I don't know.
Okay, also it was 9 years.
9 years, okay. Well, I mean, I never claimed to be an expert on live action stuff, so...
Me neither.
Right, we'll probably have time for like just a few more questions and we'll watch these old videos.
Let's get going.
Yay! Do want to do that today? What do you want to get for tea, by the way? Food. Let's get. Well, should we get pizza? It's been a while since I've had pizza. It's my turn, but I don't really want it. I'm fine. Okay. I'll see if I've been paid after this.
Hello, pal. When are you going to make Amphibious react videos? Hey, pal. I like that.
Yeah. When am I going to make Amphibia react videos? I did. I reacted for the entire second half of season 2 and all of season 3.
Oh, also, apparently it was Susie the Blue Coupe, which this person mentioned before.
I know that now, because originally I thought like they just gotten Sally wrong, like they mistyped Sally, because obviously Sally the blue in Cars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How many Disney princesses are there?
Can I sing the entire Moon incantation from Tangled the series? Wither and decay, and this destiny, break these earthly chains and set the spirit free. The spirit free.
Nice.
Even the last episodes, yep, I've the reaction to All In and the Hardest Thing came out a few days ago. I believe I was able to get it out on the day of Amphibia's 3rd anniversary, if not the day after.
Nice. Okay. Wait.
How many Disney princesses are there?
Yeah.
Are we talking official? Because obviously, in order, we have Snow White, Cinderella, Aurora, Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Pocahontas, Mulan. Then it skips over to Tiana, Rapunzel, Merida.
Hey, I like Merida.
Yeah, she's from the other studio. Thing is, it's a case of, are we counting Moana, Anna, and Elsa?
I mean, Anna and Elsa are princesses, literally.
Well, yeah, but it's like official Disney princesses. There's a difference.
Oh.
Because like they never had an official coronation because Frozen was a big enough brand to be itself.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I cried at your analysis of Amphibia.
Oh, thank you so much. It was a long video to make and quite a difficult video, but I'm so happy it's out and that people are enjoying it as much as they do.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for Amphibia Season 3B to come on Disney Plus. It's so frustrating waiting to and trying to avoid spoilers.
I mean, yeah, it's not out on Disney Plus UK yet. It came out. The rest of Amphibia came out in America a few days ago.
Yeah.
Thing is, I looked up what's actually coming to Disney Plus in July. One of the things coming is the Book of Pooh.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember like the puppet series Winnie the Pooh? I made a video on that a few like months back.
Yeah.
I believe, yeah, in April, I believe. And obviously, I had to use like really bad, low quality footage, and there were several episodes I wanted to talk about that I couldn't find. And obviously, I've told you about that. I can't access Disney Plus in any other countries because I've tried a bunch of VPNs and none of them work.
Ah, right.
So it's just a little annoying that, you know, I get that video out and then Disney Plus UK just like, oh hey, you can watch the entire series now, including all these episodes that you couldn't access before. So I mean, I really wanted to talk about the Christmas special and I couldn't find it anywhere. Because the Christmas special was basically like the closest thing the show gets to a real series finale.
Yeah. Oh, in a Christmas special.
Well, yeah, because not really. Isn't just like it's like the last like big episode before the show ends.
Oh damn.
Because like they did a Halloween and a Christmas episode.
Okay.
All right. Any other?
There's no more questions at the moment.
Should we leave that then?
Let's get on to this.
Oh god, I'm turning off the music.
I'm ready for this.
I'm not.
I'm ready for this.
I have no idea if you guys are gonna be able to
hear it.
Yeah, because obviously I've never done anything like this before. So I'm just gonna play it for like a little bit. Just like I'm gonna play it for like, let's say 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you just see if anyone says like, oh, they can't hear it. And if they can't, I'm afraid there's not much I'm gonna be able to do about it. Except like try and turn it up so I can like be picked up through the microphone, I guess.
Someone's been waiting for this part.
So,
I've been waiting for this part as well.
Oh no. Why would you want to see this? Why? Tell me why.
Tell me why.
I just I don't. Oh god. All right, just like this is 2 years ago. All right, I had no idea what I was doing.
Yes.
Okay, and also the fact I have changed a lot, both as a content creator and a person, over the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, that's
too quiet for us.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
All right, here we go. All right, I'll play it for a few seconds, then we'll just see if people can hear it.
Hi folks, welcome to the show. Well, today we're going to be looking at the iconic, beloved animated classic, Cinderella.
Can you hear it? Did you hear it? Did you hear it, boys?
All right, I'm turning it up a bit more as well, just because that's.
Just let us know if you can hear. Oh, they can hear it.
They can hear it.
They can hear it. Yeah.
Oh god. All right, so there's gonna be a lot of pausing and cringing.
I love how you were like, "Oh, it might not work. This is the thing I can do," and then I was like, "Yeah, I can hear it."
I was hoping you wouldn't be able to. Oh dear. Okay, ready?
Okay.
All right.
How about turn it up a bit? I love how you.
How about we turn it up a bit? I mean, it's on full here, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're just teasing you, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi folks, welcome to the show. Well, today we're going to be looking at the iconic, beloved animated classic, Cinderella. Well, I guess Cinderella's off the table. So,
I
without
sound
further
so
ado,
monotone.
let's take a look inside the Jungle Book. How? You know, I really want to hit my head against a wall.
I hurt my voice so much during those early videos.
You're one of those YouTubers who started out by like screaming all the time.
Well, because back then I was trying to be like the Disney version of like Scott the Woz and Cad Icarus.
Right.
So it was like you probably don't Scott the Woz because I've shown you some of the videos.
Yeah.
But it's like I was trying to be like that, where it's like, you know, I'd have like these moments where it cut back to me and I'd just give like these weird random comments that I thought were funny at the time, in between like bits of like genuine analysis.
But the thing is, a lot of YouTubers say, I've seen a lot of YouTubers say this sort of thing before, where they kind of emulate somebody's style that they really like until they kind of find their own style. Yeah. So it makes sense.
Well, because it's like around like, 2020, around 2021, I was, starting to realize that wasn't the direction I wanted to go in anymore.
Yeah. And
that's when I started moving away towards like longer analysis videos, just talking about things I like and just being more authentic. Because I explained this when I was making the change. Basically, to get a bit deep here, a lot of my life, it's kind of felt like I've been playing this hyperactive version of myself.
Right.
Because, people always look at me and they see, they see this incredibly energetic, positive, constantly at 100 kind of person.
Yeah. And
so it was the fact that, in the videos, it was like I was playing an exaggerated version of that exaggerated version of myself. I've mellowed out a lot since you've started to know me.
This is the thing that I also did when I did like the 1 or 2 YouTube videos. I was purposefully playing everything up too much, and I think a lot of YouTubers start that way.
Yeah,
because like start that way.
Back then, I was like properly in your face, just like, "Hiya, folks, welcome to the show. My name's the Gladiator," and now it's just like, "Hiya, folks, welcome to the show."
Just greeting you back home.
Yeah. It's just, so I don't want to like sound like big-headed or egotistical, but it's like I have really grown a lot both as a person and a content creator.
Yeah.
And it's weird having this window back into like the person I was back then.
Yeah.
And like thinking like back then making these and just like, oh my god, this is so good. Like, oh, this is like,
Okay, somebody says, besides the Amphibia video, what is your favourite video you've made?
Favorite video I've made is probably my Book of Poo video.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, just something about like the jokes in that one and like the timing and the way I delivered everything. It just, for the first time, it felt right. Because I always have an issue whenever like I record, when I write up a joke and like I'm hearing it in my head, it sounds great. And then when I actually go to record it, I have trouble, saying it like I thought I should say it.
I do like that. I watched some of that video. I really like that one. I agree. You definitely had like a good comedic timing on that one.
Yes, it's like
I love analysis videos that go really deep like that kind of thing. But then I also really love when the people making them put the little jokes in, and I think they were really well timed.
Because also. My other favourite one is probably the Nightmare Ned video.
Yes.
Just because we did the pumpkin carving.
I love that video.
That was fun.
Like nostalgic.
That was fun. When I realised, when I went to like start rubbing out the stuff and then I realised, this is permanent marker. I've ruined this.
That was so good. Also the journey that we took to get the stuff as well.
The Disney food video.
Yeah, that one as well. Yeah. That one was really good. I think it like your editing is really good.
I think it's definitely improved because
the way you like the thing is like I'll say things thinking like that's kind of funny, and you'll say things that I'm like that's funny, and then I see the editing and you make it like 10 times funnier.
Yeah.
You like pick up on the little breadcrumbs I leave all throughout the thing, and then you find breadcrumbs where they were.
Basically, it's like this Phineas and Ferb video was like where I like cut off, where I stopped doing like that, and so starting from. The Legend of Tarzan video, I had already had that done. I went through and I just scrapped it all and started again from scratch with that new, more authentic, just me genuinely talking about this thing I love rather than, trying to make everything into a joke.
Yeah. Because you more sort of these days, I think, you rather than making everything into a joke, you find the jokes along the way.
Oh, yeah.
And that makes them funnier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it's like, like there were still like there were some moments in the my original script for the Tarzan video that I did like, because there was this whole bit where I like had this back and forth with like this imaginary like this voice off camera, and I was just like, well, that's crazy. Next thing you're gonna be telling me is that there's no one there behind the camera and I just stand here talking to myself all day. Then there was like a shot from like really far back of me just standing in front of the camera with no one behind it, and I just went, I might need therapy. That's like one of the few bits I think I wish I had kept in there.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, just like the Tarzan video, the Proud Family video, the Milo Murphy's Law video was like the moment I really figured out what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then obviously the Nightmare Ned, the in defense, the overly thoughtful analysis of Encanto, learning to love teacher's pet. It's like there hasn't really been too much, but it's like we're going a lot more for quality over quantity these days, I'd say.
Yeah, there's a discussion about somebody called Doug.
Doug Walker. That's
Yeah.
the nostalgia critic.
Oh, okay, Doug Walker. Not everyone is Doug Walker from Nostalgia Critic or James from or
Yeah.
who is he?
Yeah.
So trying to make this possible, just asking serious. I literally don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't either, to be honest.
A series of trolling, either possible, just asking. Well, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue. Let's continue.
Let's continue.
Because the thing is, I think some of the jokes in my early videos would really hit if I just had better timing and editing.
Yeah.
Because like I think like sometimes some of the moments in my early videos are still quite good, and we're gonna
Those are
watch
just the seeds that you're planting.
The second one we're gonna watch is probably like my best of my early videos.
Right. Okay.
It's the only one where like this style kind of worked for me.
Yeah.
And also the fact that it took me a few videos to start like syncing up, like actually recording, because I would record like the me sections, though it's me talking to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I would just record them on my camera,
Yeah.
and then I just record the voiceovers into the microphone. So they would have like this weird like difference.
Right.
Whereas now I just record everything with a microphone, so it sounds a little
Makes
more
sense.
consistent.
Yeah, you've learned things.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own
Inside
style.
the Jungle Book.
And sometimes it develops.
You know,
Yeah,
I
you can just hear it.
Let's take a look inside the Jungle Book. How? You know, I really want to hit my head against a wall right now, but I just don't have any reason to. Oh, that'll work. Yes, the Disney remakes, also known as
Don't
Why
laugh. Don't laugh,
Why not?
because it's not good.
It was pretty good. It's like the baby version of what you do nowadays.
It is pretty yeah.
Two. Oh, that'll work.
That
yes,
sound effect
the
was
Disney
way too
remakes,
loud.
also known as Why God Why, are live-action reimaginings of beloved animated classics that, I don't know, exist, I guess. Now, I for one find these movies painfully boring, poorly acted, and just overall an insult to the artists that create the original.
Oh god, I'm peaking so badly.
But I guess I'm in the minority there. This trend mainly began in 2010 with Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. Oh, I'm sorry, Underland. That is part sequel, part retelling of the iconic 1950s story about a girl getting trapped in a world of nonsense, known for its
Win
That's
at
an
work
ad.
by communicating effectively with
Yeah.
Grammarly.
I started monetizing
Meet
my
Tuck.
earliest
He
videos as
is
soon as I
email-
was able to.
stunning, surreal visuals, bizarre concepts, and memorable characters. Now, I'll give some credit to the remake for at least trying to be its own thing. It still failed in every single aspect, but hey, it tried. You see, Mr. Tim creates wonderful original ideas but can't adapt someone else's work to save his own life. Burton tried to
See,
turn...
I would always try, and like, I'd think it'd be so funny. I still do it occasionally, whereas like, I thought that, you know, first name, you know, really long sentence in the middle
Yeah.
that's like, just basically it describes like this, like what I don't like about this person.
Right.
And then like last name.
That's so fairly.
Yeah, well the thing is, but it's the fact that my voice is not suited to do that, because when I start talking really fast, you can't tell what the hell I'm saying. So it's like, let's
Live action
yeah.
remakes are a sin.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, Mr. Tim creates wonderful original ideas, but creates wonderful original ideas, but can't adapt someone else's to save his own life. Burton. See, it's I remember that line took me so long to record,
Right.
and it's like back then, it would probably take me around like maybe about like half an hour to record like this kind of video.
Mm.
Sometimes I'm editing down like an audio that goes on for like 4 hours, and I have to edit it down to like 1 or 2 hours.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
So much.
I've become a bit more of a perfectionist, I would say.
Definitely, I know that for sure.
Wonderland, this young adult fantasy chosen one story with dreary visuals, sword fights, and that. Which is all well and good.
See, the pauses are so bad. It's like the pace. What is this pacing? Because it's like when I do things now, it's like I'll finish a sentence and it'll cut back to me. Here though, there's like a 2-second gap between like the.
It's the editing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like learning how to edit.
How did I like look through? Because how did I proofread this? Like, once I finished like rendering it, I looked through them all to see if there's anything like I need to quickly go back and change. And how did I ever approve of this?
For one issue. This is what you're remaking.
But hey, it made money.
One issue.
That.
Which is all well and good. Except for one issue. This is what you're remaking.
But hey, it made money. So we get at least 3 of
What
these.
was that? What was that accent?
Made money. I
But
was gonna say who
That sounded American.
It made money.
But hey, it made money.
Were you trying to do an impression?
I don't know. I didn't even know what my voice was back then. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's because like I was trying to be a bit more subdued because obviously when I get really hyperactive, that's when I start slurring a bit.
Yeah.
That's when
This is what you're remaking.
But hey, it made money. So we
It
get at
made
least
money.
3 of these per year.
Now all these movies fall into one of two categories.
That pause. What is these pauses?
Okay.
So
ignore
we
the
get at
pauses
least
for
3
now.
of these
I
per
wanna watch
year.
this video, man.
Now all these movies fall into one of two categories. There's the ones that try to be as different from the original as possible, to a point where the only thing they have in common is the same name, and the ones that try to be as close to the original as possible, so you wonder what's the point in even remaking.
I can't even say the word original back then. And so you have the ones that stray too far from the original. And you have the ones that stay too close to the original to the point where you wonder what's the point of even remaking it.
Now I could spend the next hour ranting about how the Cinderella from the 50s was a more compelling and progressive character than the Cinderella in the remake, or how Beauty and the Beast 2017 tries to create a compelling romance without any actual romance. But that would require me to actually watch these movies again, and since I don't hate myself that much, I'm instead going to use
There was a lot of self-deprecating humor back in the day.
Yeah.
It's basically like I would call myself like a waste of cells at one point.
My god.
Yeah.
When you ran out of jokes, you were like, that's it.
Basically, yeah. Because obviously, I was going off that whole like, it was kind of that funny, and I've really like gotten away from that.
Yeah.
Because obviously, it's like it really dragged
that's
down
such
the
a bad
mood of
thing,
these
to be
early
honest.
videos.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think it's like a bad thing, but I just don't like the way I did
much
it.
of it as well.
Yeah.
You don't wanna-
Because there is a lot. Because it's just like, since I don't hate myself. The thing is, if I did that line today, it'd be different.
require me to actually watch these movies again, and since I don't hate myself that much,
It's just like
it's a lot more critical as well.
there's no
of the movie itself.
There's no personality there. It's just like, and since I don't hate myself that much, it's just like, and since I don't hate myself that much.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm instead going to use this time to politely ask you all to
Stop asking for a Treasure Planet remake!
yes,
Oh god, this is torture. It's painful.
You decided to do it.
I know.
Okay, have you ever seen the Disney songs recreated in Animal Crossing?
I have not.
No. I love the sound of that.
I'll-
The same live action princess is distant on animation.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't think that's like a lot of people got up in arms about something they said at the Oscars. It
Right.
was like the actors that play Cinderella, the actress playing Ariel, I believe, and someone else. It wasn't Emma Watson, or was it Emma Watson? I don't remember. Basically, they said like like animation. It's just like something that the kids make the parents watch that thing. It's just like people got really up in arms about that because they saw like, it was the Oscars slighting animation again. At the same time, I don't think it's like this, this like nefarious, like targeted attack.
Yeah.
I think it's just a really bad joke.
Yeah. Also, somebody new joined, so hi.
Oh, hello.
Rosie. Hey, everyone. Yeah. There was
Stop asking for it. Yeah, stop asking for a Treasure Planet remake. Well, because the whole thing of this video is obviously that I think it was just about I'd gotten so sick of people asking for Atlantis, Treasure Planet, and Oliver and Company remakes,
Yeah.
especially Oliver and Company. So I just made this video just being like, hey, this is why you shouldn't want them. Why? I mean, it's now these days, it's like, I've kind of just accepted fate. They're gonna happen. People are gonna watch them. They're gonna immediately forget about them. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just. Thing is, the thing I said about like, you know, since I don't hate myself that much, like go through these movies for an hour, but it's like that's what I do now.
Yeah.
I do talk about things for hours on end.
Yeah.
And I have been thinking about like if I'm ever going to do a negative video again, it will be like a dissection of Beauty and the Beast 2017 because it is my least favorite movie of all time.
Right.
But at the same time, I would be talking about what makes the original so good as well. So it wouldn't be like entirely negative because I really don't like making like really negative pointed content like this anymore.
Yeah.
I like talking about things that make me happy.
Yeah, and you can kind of see that because this is very critical, whereas like what we watch these days is kind of like
Yeah.
Okay, I enjoyed the Amphibia video. It's a fantastic way to pay tribute to the show. Who are your favorite characters and your favorite episodes? See, that kind of shows, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you made a love letter to this show, and everybody really liked it.
Yeah.
So.
Favorite characters in Amphibia. Of the planters, it's obviously Anne because like I found her journey so relatable. Wartwood residents, I adore Wally so much. Wally and probably Stumpy. Outside of that, Frobo. Well, technically Frobo's part of the family. Obviously I love Olivia and Ewan. I just love them all. I love them all so much. Favorite episode. I believe I was talking about Battle of the Bands, definitely. Toad to Redemption. Froggy Little Christmas. Obviously all the finale. Toad Tax. Combat Camp. Reunion, True Colours. Just like all the big episodes. Friend Off Robo, all the Temple episodes. The second Temple is phenomenal. It's really hard for me just to like narrow it down because I love all of Amphibia so much. I don't think like there is a dud in the entire like show. There isn't an episode where I'm just like, yeah, I could do without that one.
Yeah. Nice. We haven't seen Lightyear yet, no. But somebody said here they give it a 90%.
Oh,
it's a good high rating.
That's one of like the highest reviews I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited to see it, well, no matter what people are saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just like we haven't had time because I've been too busy watching the Bob's Burgers 4 times in a row.
Somebody's favourite character is Hot Pop. He's an iconic quote machine.
Oh, we love Hot Pop.
We love an iconic quote machine as well.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you don't know.
Mine is Ida.
I mean,
I haven't seen
Amphibia.
Yeah,
you don't know. The whole point of Amphibia is it's like the whole thing. I've explained it to you. It's like, you know, these 3 girls who aren't like the best people get transported to like this other world, like full of like talking frogs, newts, and toads, and like killer bugs, and they have to like learn how to adapt and survive while also bettering themselves as people. And the show loves making jokes about death.
Right.
So it is like let's see. There's this one joke from season 1 that everyone points to, where it's like Hot Pop is like the oldest frog, and so like all the family's gone out on like camping. And like he's enjoying the piece and it's like, Frog can really hear himself think out here. And then it goes into his inner monologue. Did you leave the front door unlocked? The stove on? Will you die alone? And it just comes back to him. Well, that was a mistake. God. All right, let's continue.
As a fellow UK YouTuber, I approve. Love those episodes too, especially the finale battle. I tried to brainwash you one time. What? I tried to brainwash you one time.
Oh no! That's that's an Amphibia reference.
Oh right, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And then I love Lightyear's approach to its themes of teamwork. It makes it a quality watch for children. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
No, neither of us has seen it yet.
When I have money, we'll go.
Yeah.
We'll know how.
Because after I've watched.
Tomorrow we should.
After I've watched the Bob's Burgers movie
last
4
Friday
times.
of the month.
Well, my payday is the 27th. Next week.
Oh, why is yours?
Because we get paid every 4 weeks.
So do we, but it's last Friday of the month for us. Never mind. Anyway.
Well, no, it's every 4 weeks.
Okay.
So it's not like, you know, so yeah.
Okay.
Lion King 2019 and Jungle Book 2016 are existing, but that's not what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about is 3 Disney movies people are begging to be remade. More specifically, why they're wrong.
With the introduction of the Lady and the Tramp remake on Disney Plus in 2019, the floodgates have officially opened, and no movie is safe. So allow me to waste your time by telling you why movies that are probably already in production shouldn't be made.
That was another case of like the self-deprecating humor. I was all just like, oh yeah, just like by watching this video, you're wasting your time. It's like I have nothing of interest to say.
Yeah.
just like I was it was, oh god, it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so.
You know, I mean, it has its charm though. And I feel like you're gonna be more critical than everyone else. Everyone's gonna.
Of course I am.
Look at when you made so like small. Oh.
Skip.
Before you knew
Now
me,
I know
so
what you're all
obviously.
thinking, and yes, I can read minds. Why would you choose to talk about Oliver and Company over movies like The Great Mouse Detective or Fox and the Hound?
No reason.
So yeah, not a
That was oh god, that was bad.
Mouse Detective or Fox and the Hound.
Can I play this?
What?
I used copyrighted music in this.
No one's noticed. Yes.
Well, you know, it's about like it's if the stream will detect it.
Oh, God.
I'm just straight up playing music from Oliver and Company in the background of this.
Nice.
Yeah, I think this was before I actually like tried learning how to we'll just continue. We'll just continue.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Reason.
So yeah,
Okay.
not a ton of people are asking for this movie to be remade. Most likely because every year on my birthday I wish it never will be. But I think Oliver and Company is a perfect example of a movie that
What is
could
this
not
footage?
work.
All right, this is before I learned how to get footage directly from Disney Plus, so I just had to get like random YouTube clips and use those.
Oh.
Oh lord. So like that's zoomed in horribly. That's not what the actual like frame of that movie is supposed to be.
Outside of its original context. Simply put, out of all Disney movies, Oliver and Company is a time capsule of when it was made. This movie is so unapologetically set in the 80s, from its fashion to its voice cast. Everything from the dialogue to the music to the characters doesn't work if you take it out of that time period. And while the 80s era is pretty big right now, most movies and shows only really
Can we
use
get
it
like
as
can
a
we just like
background.
no
still feel like
no
pieces
copyrighted
of
music
the
here,
original
Disney,
concept.
no.
They won't
That
notice.
simply would
Ah.
not work with Oliver and Company.
Da-da-da-da.
While a remake of Oliver and Company would give them a chance to fix issues with the story and give a little more depth to the characters, it wouldn't be worth enduring a modern version of the soundtrack complete with painful auto-tuning and whatever semi-relevant pop singer Disney can get. Not to
Like,
mention
that was just a case of me not knowing enough about music back then. Alright, because it's not auto-tuning, it's digital pitch correction. That's the problem with Beauty and the Beast 2017.
Right.
Because auto-tuning is something entirely different.
Yeah. When I made videos, I had to capture from VHS. Damn.
Oh,
Whew. Feels like that's probably gonna be a difficult thing.
yeah.
photorealistic characters that don't emote. Also, say goodbye to the Bob Fosse style choreography that used New York as a stage to create fun and energetic musical numbers. And say hello to characters singing and walking, because we'd be getting a whole
See,
lot of that.
this is just me like talking about like what this movie could be, instead of like showing like, you know, evidence from the other Disney remakes of when this happens.
Yeah, yeah.
So
You
it,
wanna put
it
them against each other. Really.
yeah, so it's just like if I was going to talk about like, you know, oh, you don't want this because, you know, all these big energetic musical numbers are just going to be characters standing around and singing while talking.
Yeah.
It's just like I should have shown clips from Beauty and the Beast 2017 because that's the biggest offender.
It's the worst one.
Because, well, yeah, because like they take this huge energetic opening number where the entire town gets in on it, and they literally just have the characters standing around while singing. They do nothing.
That's a poor,
Bottom line
poor
is,
game.
this movie
Yeah.
needs to be more appreciated. But not like this.
Not like this. La 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 la.
Now it seems every week a new article is released claiming that an Atlantis remake is in
I don't
production.
feel safe.
Before instantly being
video.
debunked.
Oh.
It's gotten to a point where when they inevitably announce it, this is going to be my reaction. The animation for
I
Atlantis
do
was
like that.
heavily inspired by the style of comic artist Mike Mignola, to a point where he was brought on as a designer for the movie. This gives Atlantis such a different look to other Disney movies, which works because Atlantis is like nothing else made by the company. And it led to the film having some of the
I think back then, it's like, would you say my accent has gotten stronger or weaker?
I don't know, I think you just enunciate it better.
Probably.
Your accent's probably like the same, but it's just the way you like enunciate for
Yeah.
like, YouTube specifically.
Sequences of hand-drawn animation in history. So much of this movie is told through its powerful
Again, the
visuals.
pause!
If you took all that away and put it in live action, you would really be taking away what makes that movie so special.
I think this might...
By the
Hopefully
early
that's music from
2000s,
the
character
video
animation
game.
from the studio had pretty much reached its peak.
Because this is
And I
before I realised, hold on, if I wanted, like... I can't use music from the movies. But Disney doesn't give a damn if I actually use music from the video game, because that's not, like, no one's checking to see if I'm using music from the Atlantis PS1 game.
Yeah, hopefully.
Believe Atlantis exists just to show that off. I mean, just look at it. I would honestly consider animators on par with the greatest actors of our time, and this shows you exactly why.
Okay, I still
You can't
agree
have
with
this
that.
kind of flowing motion.
I think
and
is I
expression
agree
in
with
live
like what
action.
I'm saying.
You can't
I'm just not
understand
saying
an
it in the
entire
right way.
personality just from the way a character walks in live action. But people are still going to try saying this movie would work so much better in live action just because it's not a fairy tale musical. And that just makes me sad.
Oh, does it?
So much
does it now?
talent and hard work
Oh,
goes
isn't that bad for
unappreciated by
you?
people insisting this movie would
Trust me, 2020 me, you've got a lot worse things to be sad about coming up.
work if they remade it in live action. This movie serves as a reminder that animation will always be less appreciated than live action.
Oh,
It
not
should be
another
the other way
ad.
around.
Win at work by communicating effectively
I
with
know.
Grammarly. Meet Ty. He is email.
La 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 la, this isn't music from Treasure Planet, definitely not. La la la, you know, you don't hear this, Disney.
Here we are, Treasure Planet. The reason I wanted to make this video in the first place. I constantly see people saying this movie deserves a second chance, which I agree with.
Okay, actually, this section particularly, I think is okay.
Right.
The rest of this video is absolute trash. But this is the only section where I actually felt like I had something decent to say, because I go into like the production of the movie and how it would be an insult to recreate this in live action after what the directors had to go through just to get it made.
Right.
What I don't agree with is that people think a second chance exclusively means a live action remake. Now, do I consider this the worst movie to remake? Is it a time capsule of a bygone era that should be left alone like Oliver? No. Does it have unique visuals heightened by its medium like Atlantis? Yes, but that's not the main reason. No, the reason I don't want to see Treasure Planet remade is the biggest reason I dislike these live action remakes. They disrespect...
I'm sorry. What? You didn't finish your sentence there, pal. Maybe do better when you're editing the audio down.
...is the biggest reason I dislike these live action remakes. They disrespect...
These live action remake.
These live action remake.
What the hell?
people that made the original.
How did I
know
not
these
catch
guys?
that?
Well, you certainly know their work. Ron Clements and John Musker are names to be revered in animation for their work during the Disney Renaissance as well as later projects. See, back in the 80s, Disney
These
animation was in
pauses!
trouble, and the studio needed a hit.
The pacing
So
of
in
this video is
1985,
so
they held
bad.
what would come to be known as a gong show. A chance for animators to
Oh my
rapidly
god,
fire
that's
off
back when I was just using like random stock images. I wasn't actually like cutting out the background and just putting it on screen. Oh god.
is for new movies. Though the only noteworthy project greenlit from the first show would be an idea simply referred to as Oliver Twist with dogs. But Ron and John pitched two ideas.
See, there should be another joke there. I can't just say, oh, you know, an idea that was Oliver Twist with dogs. It should cut back to me just saying, wonder what came of that.
Yeah.
That would be something I'd do back then, and why didn't I do it?
Yeah.
It's also the fact that the editing is so bad, the image is appearing after I've said it.
though the only noteworthy project greenlit from the first show would be an idea simply referred to as Oliver Twist with dogs. But Ron
It
and John
should be
pitched
on the
two
Oliver,
ideas that they
like
were
right
extremely
there. That's when the
passionate
image
about.
should come up.
An adaptation of Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid, and an idea they called Treasure Island in Space. While eventually Little Mermaid...
I don't like how the images just flash on screen.
Yeah.
They have to fade in. They have to fade in and they have to move. You've got to do something interesting.
The green light. The duo continued
I'm getting so angry at myself for
You
not
are.
knowing things that I didn't know at the time.
Past that. Now, I think after we should watch like a more recent video afterwards.
Well, no, because after this we're gonna watch like the only time this style ever actually worked for me, and then we're gonna watch a more recent one.
Oh,
But the thing is, I didn't want to like pull up like an half an hour long one,
yeah.
so I just had to find like a good one that was still like about like 15 minutes long.
Right. Okay. This makes sense.
their passion project, and pitched it multiple times to the same answer.
No. 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 Alright, fine.
So in 2002, 17 years after the
I
idea...
like it, but it's just like I should have moved that somewhere else, and it should also be bigger because you can barely see it.
It's also like the same color as the background.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's like I should have like put more shadows behind it so it pops out more.
Your editing in this one is the equivalent of a presentation without transitions.
Yes,
I
it
like
is.
that.
It is.
No. No. Alright, fine.
It covers
So
me.
in 2002, 17 years after the idea had originally been rejected,
Yeah, 2002,
Treasure Planet
yeah.
was released, and...
They sent it out to die the same time a Harry Potter and James Bond movie were being released.
Oh right, this was before all the stuff came out about you know who.
J.K. Turfing.
Yeah, this was right before that. So I had no issue saying that name without throwing up. It's also the fact that what is that delivery? You can't tell half the words I said.
The idea had originally been rejected. Treasure Planet was released, and...
They sent it out to die the same time a Harry Potter and James Bond movie were being released.
They set it out to die. They sent it out to die the same time.
Sent it out.
Yeah,
I
they
thought you said
sent it.
set
Yeah,
out.
they sent it out to die the same time a Harry Potter and James Bond movie were being released. Yeah, so that's what they did to Treasure Planet. There's a whole documentary about. There's a whole other YouTube video that I'm about to plug. As if, look at me being so kind with my 778 views, directing you to a video with millions. Aren't I being so generous?
But you know what? That almost doesn't matter. Sure, the movie wasn't successful financially and would have been lost to time had it not been for the rise of the modern internet, but this movie was very successful creatively.
My enunciation is
There is
so
not
bad.
a single second of this movie where you can't tell how passionate...
Did I do... Please tell... Because I remember doing this. I remember doing, like, what I do today. I do 3 takes of each line, and if I'm having trouble saying it, I just do more until I get it right a few times.
Right.
Like, how has this happened?
people making it what and how much they believed in it. More so than any other
Honestly,
Disney movie.
like, dear God,
Everything
the music
about
is
it
so
was
loud.
100% genuine. The characters, the emotion, the story. This movie exists to be everything the remakes are not. Heartfelt, challenging, and creatively driven. I really
I
don't.
think I'm being like so like oh god, I think I'm being
You're
so
very critical.
yeah, I'm being so like zen and philosophical and just like I feel like everything I say I feel like it's the most important thing I'm saying. just like
on this, yeah.
yeah, just like
Story.
hold on.
This movie exists to be everything the remakes are not. Heartfelt, challenging, and creatively...
This movie exists to be everything the remakes are not. Heartfelt,
There's
challenging,
a lot of acting in this, whereas I feel
and
like you do
creatively
a lot less
driven.
acting these days.
Well, I mean, I am an actor.
like-
That is like
but-
my profession.
But it's like in this, it's like there's
Yeah.
there's acting where there shouldn't necessarily be.
Oh yeah,
acting,
there
you know?
is.
Whereas
There is.
nowadays it's more like
It's not genuine.
yourself,
It's not
yeah.
genuine. It's me putting on a show, thinking, oh, if I'm just angry and scream at things and like get really invested in these things that aren't important, then people are gonna watch it.
yeah.
That's how you make the money, rather than actually making things that you want to make.
I really don't have time to get into how great every little thing in this movie is right now. So I'm linking an amazing video by the YouTuber known as Breadworld that goes into more detail than I ever could. The point is, Treasure Planet is as close to a perfect...
me in my 12.5-minute video linking a full half-hour video essay, and then 2 years later, learning to love teacher's pet, 3.5 hours long. Oh my lord.
You can get. But people still want a remake that waters all that down and puts nowhere near the amount of effort in. Remaking Treasure Planet wouldn't be giving it a second chance because it wouldn't be Ron and John's Treasure Planet. It would be someone else's. And I don't think that's how we should...
It'd be someone else's?
It'd be someone else's.
What is that delivery? It wouldn't be Ron and John's Treasure Planet. It'd be someone else's. I sounded like I went scouse for a second.
You sound like the adverts in the UK.
Yes.
Finance at only 3% APR or something like that.
Remaking Treasure Planet wouldn't be giving it a second chance because it wouldn't be Ron and John's Treasure Planet. It would be someone else's. And I don't think that's how we should treat arguably the best directors in animation.
We don't think
you want to give Treasure Planet a second chance? Great. Watch it multiple times a day on Disney+. Buy it. Show Disney this movie has a fan base and what they did to it was a mistake. But please stop asking them to remake it. If for no other reason than to spare the world from having to witness the nightmare fuel that will be a hyper-realistic CGI morph.
So there you go.
Okay, alright. I'll give it you. Me from 2 years ago. That was decent.
The people behind Treasure Planet literally saved the company 2 times. The Little Mermaid and The Princess and the Frog from creative and almost literal bankruptcy, and then they did this movie dirty.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he said. So yeah.
Begging Disney to remake their underrated classics, but that won't stop anything, will it?
Oh my god, this is when I thought I can give these big dramatic speeches at the end of every single video.
Oh no.
I can get really emotional. There is one moment coming up that wasn't planned.
Right.
Okay, so
in a few years, all these movies will have come out, made a ton of money, and then just as quickly disappeared from the public consciousness. They'll be abandoned on Disney+, only remembered for effects that will soon be outdated and how much money they made, while everyone continues to celebrate the original. This whole thing is a trend after all.
No. This is when the Oliver and Company music creeps back in.
And now you now you sound like those charity appeals.
I know.
For just £2 a day, you could stop Disney from remaking these videos.
Effects that will soon be outdated and how much
No,
money they
here
made,
it comes.
while everyone continues to celebrate the original. This whole thing is a trend after all.
It's seamless, it just starts.
Like all trends.
Just begin.
I edited the music in, so why does it look like I'm waiting for it to start?
We'll eventually move on. So,
I need to see that again.
here's a trend after all, and this whole thing, while everyone continues to celebrate the original. This whole thing is a trend after all, and like all trends, people will eventually move on.
Oh, people are... Wait, hold on.
So,
Fictional Media Bully says, how do you feel about Matt Brayley giving your Amphibia video a thumbs up? He
Oh.
loved it, okay?
I was over the moon. I could not believe
Yeah.
it. It's just the fact that,
And Omniblox says, wait, what?
basically, so when I uploaded the massive Amphibia video, less than 3 hours after it went up, which is basically just the amount of time it would take for someone to watch the video, Matt Brayley retweeted it and said it was such a heartfelt and touching analysis of the show and that he enjoyed all 2 hours plus of it. It was just the fact that I've had people who worked on the shows retweet some of my videos before, but the creator of one of my favorite shows of all time saying that he watched the whole thing. That really got me. I'm still in shock about it. It's been over a week.
Oh, okay. So they say in this you look like a news reporter waiting for their text to come back in the video.
Oh yeah. I look like I'm waiting for like the teleprompter to like.
And we're just hearing it now. The Oliver and Company music is starting to play.
No, one more time. What the hell? I almost swore. Can't do that on stream.
To celebrate the original. This whole thing.
It's not even a good cut. The music, it doesn't even sound like
just.
the thing is,
like.
yeah, the music doesn't fade in, and it also starts partway through.
Yeah.
So it just...
The original.
Oh, naughty.
This whole thing is a trend after all, and like all trends,
So we are just rewatching this one moment.
people will eventually move on.
That's so unintentionally funny.
It's the acting that here. Where you're like,
This even matters.
Oh no.
like they're doing it to spite you.
I promise you guys, I promise, I'm actually a decent actor when I'm on stage. I have been in some decently high profile performances.
My growing up creepy got a comment from one of the production staff. Oh, nice.
Oh, I love that.
Cool. I love it.
Trends. People will eventually move on.
For £2 a day, you can
So-
save a donkey's life.
Does any of this even matter?
Here it is. The thing is, alright, what you're about to see was unplanned.
Okay.
So my original thought was, okay, I need to like think of like some way that I can show that you know, the Disney are trying to make the remakes replace the original. Right? So I thought, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to my Alexa downstairs, because my family had one by that point. I'm gonna ask it to play Friend Like Me. And it's going to, but then I'm gonna get another voice clip where after I've said, play Friend Like Me from Aladdin 2019.
Uh-huh.
Right? So it would say, playing Friend Like Me by Will Smith.
Right.
Alright?
Okay.
This was all in one take, what you're about to see. Oh, there's Teddy. That's my dog. Makes a cameo.
He's sat down.
Yeah.
Emo boy. Okay, so we said, I know this is weird to ask, I'm probably reaching redundant territory, but would you say Amphibia is better, more complete version of Star versus the Forces of Evil?
I mean, I like Amphibia more than Star Versus, but I mean, I've already made my thoughts on Star Versus quite clear that I still think it's a great show. I mean, you know, you don't make a 40-minute video on like, you know, a show trying to defend it and then just like, oh god, there's my beautiful boy Teddy. Oh.
I thought you meant yourself.
Oh no.
Beautiful boy self.
Oh no, he's oh god, he's 12 years old now.
Aww.
Yeah.
I love that couch as well. Wow.
The sofa. You'll be seeing that sofa a lot
That's a
more in my
lot of
early
sofa.
videos. You'll be seeing it. You'll see it in the next one as
that
well.
sofa is a paid actor.
Yeah, the sofa actually appears in the next one I'm going to show you.
Nice.
There's Ted looking at me. Oh yeah, because it burns me up inside that they have like an entire section to themselves on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It's like one of the first
I
things
mean,
you
at least
see.
they're like in one place.
What was that reaction? Oh, here
You smell burning toast.
Well, Cena says I'm about to make some. I'm about
You
to
just
ma-
sit there, you're like,
I'm about to
toast.
make some. I remember at this time, everyone was so like obsessed with like the idea of Michael B. Jordan playing Hercules in a live action remake,
right.
and I just really didn't like that idea because like I wasn't gonna. I never looked up if he actually like any singing training. I just assumed that he didn't.
Right.
So this is what I said.
No, Michael B. Jordan shouldn't play Hercules. He can't even sing.
Here we go. Shh.
Alexa, play Friend Like Me.
Friend Like Me by Will Smith on Amazon Music.
So it did it instantly.
Oh no! You were gonna try and make it look like something had happened, but it actually just didn't
Yeah.
happen. Oh,
It caught me so off guard when I filmed it. That's why it just cuts to black
Yeah.
because it didn't get me going. Hold on.
Fictional media bully, we're all excited.
Yeah.
Alexa,
Me too. I know you mean.
play Friend Like Me.
Friend Like Me by Will Smith on Amazon
That's
Music.
why it cuts out.
That was good. Somebody says this is my favourite part.
Oh no. Thing is, I thought because I was a film student, I knew what I was doing. I did not know what I was doing.
Right.
Look at how I get back into the look at me moping, like acting like I'm moping.
Also, you literally walk backwards into the show.
I know.
By Will Smith on Amazon Music.
Oh, there's the sign. I'm about to make an apology video.
But yeah. This has been really hard for me, you know.
Yes, it's
Also, I
been,
love
it's been
how-
really hard making my one video.
I love how like dramatic this is. You're like, hey, they shouldn't make these remakes. They haven't.
No.
But also, you're just sat here like as if they've already told you they're gonna do it, and they're all releasing tomorrow.
I'm
and you're
sat
also
there.
cancelled.
Yeah.
It looked like they did it on purpose to just spite you.
I'm sat there as if like they've just murdered my entire family.
Can't believe you've done this, guys.
Disney animated movies exist to challenge.
Oh god, it keeps going. It keeps going.
Sadly, there are many movies. I bet most people don't know are remakes. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
some of them might be good remakes.
I mean, there are
some
like
might not.
5 different A Star Is Borns.
There's a lot of like Karate Kid.
Oh well, there's 2 of those.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't count the sequels.
You were an angsty boy.
I was. I just keep going.
Disney animated movies exist to challenge their audience with bold new ideas and characters they'll fall in love with again and again.
Yeah, I still believe this,
The
but
remakes
don't
exist
say it like a
to
matter of
pacify
life and
their
death.
audience by vaguely resembling what they're
If
familiar
you do
with.
this, Disney will be over.
If you do this, I'm cancelling Disney.
A heart or passion that made those movies timeless classics to begin with. Thanks for watching, folks. See you real soon.
Oh, that was
who
the first.
died?
That was the first.
Oh.
That was the first ever time I said thanks for watching, folks. See you real soon. That's before I added the thanks so much for watching, folks. And I'll see you real soon. Because back
Right.
then, because the whole thing, it's my whole thing. It's do you know the series House of Mouse? It was like an animated series from like the early 2000s where like Mickey and friends were on like a cartoon nightclub for like all the Disney animated characters. So it was like this
Right.
massive crossover before massive crossovers were like a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And every time Mickey was like the host, and every time he'd come out on stage, he'd go, "Hiya, folks, welcome to the show."
Oh, right,
Yeah.
I see. I like that.
Yeah, and then yeah, and at the end, he'd always, he'd say, "See you real soon."
Oh, okay. So you're like paying tribute to them.
That's the whole
That's really
thing.
nice.
Because I can't make original ideas apparently.
Somebody said, what would you change about this video? There's a whole can of worms.
Everything, everything. I would first up, I would actually, rather than just talking about the movies, I would actually include specific like clips from the remakes to show that why they should make them. Not have those god awful pauses in between every other sentence. Actually have
Apart
some.
from that one where you're waiting for the music to start.
Oh no, that would be the first thing to go. First off, I'd get rid of that whole like. I wouldn't have this dramatic like me moping around the house montage.
I think you should.
I would if I was still going to keep that speech, it would be in like towards the end of the video, but in like a section with footage over it. Then we'll just cut back to me with my regular outro.
Yeah, I think you should remake this video.
That was actually my original idea.
That would be really funny because like the video where you're talking about
Because
remakes.
originally, basically, I had this plan for the channel where I thought like, I was gonna like unveil this massive ongoing storyline and like, introduce like these reoccurring characters. I was gonna be like one of those people.
Right. Yeah.
And thankfully, I abandoned those plans in like
because a lot of people
yeah.
who had them did as well.
yeah midway last year. But originally, at some point, I'm supposed to get divided into like several different versions of myself. And from that point on, the whole thing is like they're working together to make these videos.
Right.
And so at one point, I believe it was like I believe I had it planned for my 1 year anniversary actually.
Right.
So because I was supposed to do like an anniversary, like a huge anniversary like spectacle every year. That was a whole thing. So the idea is it started out with all these me's arguing about like how can we celebrate the 1 year anniversary, and then someone says, "Oh, let's redo the first." Like a producer will then burst in the room and say, "Oh, we're gonna remake your first video," and then it would be this whole thing of it was go through the process of producing it, and you see behind the scenes how all the problems with the Disney remakes are happening with this video. So they're telling me to act less, have less personality and act more stilted and wooden. It's they're adding in these random things that don't need to be there and taking away essential pieces. And at the very end, it turns this battle between me and the director. I'm really happy I didn't end up making that now because I have a script for it somewhere and it sounds awful.
Okay. I think remakes can be good, but they have to be done right, and many remakes should just be separate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Somebody says you must have loved Family Guy cutaway gags with the long joke like that. Lol. Just kidding. And they said this video drags in comparison to your 2-hour 30 amphibia analysis.
Yeah, it does.
Which shows something really. It shows
Yeah.
you know how to pace things. Also, people are saying, I always thought your C real soon came from Mickey Mouse Club 1955. I thought it came from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Lol.
Mm.
And then somebody says happy 2-year anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
What's Cutie Pie DeMeo Diamond Universe?
Oh, that's Steven Universe. That's Steven Universe's full name.
Nice.
All right, let's wrap this up and see that god awful old end card.
How could you be more stilted than your performance here?
I don't know. Thing is, I was imagining it like
yeah,
I know. Thing is, back then I thought this was great. I was imagining
a masterpiece.
Yeah. I was imagining that the director was going to make me go to the thing and just and today we're going to be talking about the Jungle Book. I was gonna
your little skits would be taken out.
Oh, well, no. The skits would all be there, but they would just take out all the actual analysis.
Right, yeah.
So it would just be a lot of the random stuff. Oh god, I'm really happy I didn't end up making that now.
Yeah.
And at one point, they'd add an extra 20 minutes of the video that was just nothing to do with what I was talking about, because that's what Disney remakes do. Look at that.
We all have rubbish starts. The important thing is you get better over time. Yes, but that also means that we can laugh at them.
I've caught your hiccups.
I know.
Look at that god awful end card. What the lighting? It's so bad. Oh my god. And
I do love that photo though.
Oh yeah. Well, because that's I decided when I wanted a new one that I did like the idea. I just need to recreate it in a room with better lighting.
Yeah.
And it's also the fact that me using the actual Disney text, it blends in. It doesn't look nice. It looks like graphic design is my passion.
I know.
Oh lord. All right, that's done. All right.
Now when I finish the washing up.
Now
it's done.
This one was the only time I felt this kind of style for me worked.
Right.
So it's still probably gonna have a lot of the same issues, but I still I remember rewatching this one a few months back and remembering, that's still all right,
Yeah.
If that was my first ever video, I don't think I would be so harsh on myself as I am today.
The virtual safari.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you know what they are.
No, I'm not sure.
So basically, I'll explain it in the video, so I don't need to explain it.
Fair enough.
I don't need to explain it because I'm going to explain it.
Past you is going to
Yeah.
Oh, hi folks, welcome to the show. Lately I've been thinking I need to get out more and see the world.
I do like the start of that one. That was a lot.
So I've gone on a
more
hunting
energy than the one where you're trying to.
Oh,
put too much energy.
no! The thing is, there's a lot more energy in these ones from now on. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the last one, it was I'm going to put so much energy into this, but this is just one.
Hi folks, welcome to the show. Lately I've been thinking I need to get out more and see the world, so I've gone on a hunting expedition. What am I hunting, you may ask? One of the most elusive things known to man. An original video idea.
Still can't announce it for shit though.
Yeah. Wait, you just...
I caught a glimpse of it a while ago, but I'm not sure where it's gone
Hold on.
now.
I thought I was so good for that. that shirt, I still have that shirt. So basically, I got a white shirt. I got some scissors. I caused some holes in it, and I just went outside and I just dragged it through the mud in my back garden. So that's how that happened.
Somebody says, I have not seen this vid before. Well, Now you will.
Yeah, it's
SpongeBob edit. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, because like SpongeBob is like was one of my like. Well, this was. I was still pretty into SpongeBob. I still am now, but like back then, I was like watching all the new episodes. I haven't kept up with it in a while. But no, SpongeBob is like one of my biggest like comedic inspirations.
Well, that's enough outdoors for one existence. But I still want to experience all the elegance and majesty of nature. If only there was a way
That was a thing. I would always like change the plush toys in the background.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
It's cute though.
From the comfort of my own home. Preferably with the voice of 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane.
That's alright. That's a running joke I still keep up with today.
Right.
So it's like whenever I mention like Nathan Lane, I always say 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane.
Right.
That's like the only like running joke I still have.
Right.
Where if I mention like a celebrity, I'll always like have like a notable fact about them at the beginning of their name. And then like so whenever I mention, because there's an episode of the Tarzan TV series where Tarzan becomes best friends with Teddy Roosevelt. I'm not joking. Yes. And so so every time I'm like I would say the name just because I wanted to like draw attention to how bizarre the premise is. It just like oh, so then former president of the United States to the
nice.
Yeah.
Notice the exotic African wildlife.
For those not in the know, these shiny frisbees are called DVDs, and they were the primary way people used
Thing
to...
is, it's not even center frame.
I love the infomercial from like those shopping channels.
Yes.
This could be yours for the price of $15.99.
movies in the dark ages known as the 2000s. But what happens when you get bored of watching the thing you paid for? Well, if we turn to the back of the box, you'll find the table scraps. The bonus features section was there mainly to justify the purchase of a DVD. They'd contain all sorts of exclusive content such as behind-the-scenes looks into the movie, deleted scenes, and even some classic Disney shorts. Or at least they were exclusive before everyone and their goldfish started loading them online. Now,
what was that joke? What was my...
And their goldfish.
Yeah.
There is a goldfish uploading these on the internet. That's what's happening.
Oh, Lord. Well, the thing is...
It would be funnier if it was VHS.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the thing is, VHSs don't have bonus features.
No. I mean, how would you do that on a VHS anyway? You have to rewind it.
Yeah. So...
the goldfish was funny. Okay, bring back the goldfish.
Bring back the goldfish.
Also, I remember DVDs. I'm a 2005 kid.
Yeah.
You made me feel old now.
So, thing is, you can already tell in this video I have so much more energy. I have a much better idea of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And like this was only like, what was it? This was my 4th ever video. So it's like I was already making like massive strides from pretty much like day 2.
but what happens when you get bored of watching the thing
Remember when I uploaded every week? That was fun. Instead of like maybe like once every month.
for? Well, if we turn to the back of the box, you'll find the table scraps. The bonus features section was there mainly to justify the purchase of a DVD.
Punch to my voice.
They contain all sorts of exclusive content such as behind-the-scenes looks into the movie, deleted scenes, and even some classic Disney shorts. Or at least they were exclusive before everyone and their goldfish started loading them online. Now, most people only ever saw these as a way to fill out the menu screen. That's exactly what they were. But
Also, like, the editing is better. They don't have those random pauses.
Yeah. There's no
I think because I realised that, the joke can only work if it cuts straight to me.
Yeah.
Would get a bonus features section that was absolutely magical. And for me, these came in the form of 2-disc special edition Disney.
Can we appreciate just that shot?
And for me, these came in the form of 2 discs.
Where does the line go?
This section that was absolutely magical. And for me, these came in the form of 2-disc special edition Disney DVDs.
I think I took like 8 different like versions of that shot, and that's the one I decided to use.
I've only grown up with a couple of straight-to-home Disney sequels, Lion King 3 and Stitch Has a Glitch. The former is great, the latter is disappointing in retrospect. Bonus features
Right.
did air on TV. You had to be lucky and tape them.
Ooh,
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Would you say this video is lots of lost media out there? Yeah, for sure. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
The show I like is people just threw them away, like these old reels.
Yeah.
There are so many episodes just lost because people just chucked them out, and it's like, they happened a lot in the 60s. Okay. Would you say this vid is an improvement to your first one?
Oh, 100%. It's like you can already tell the editing is better, the pacing is better, my energy is better, my tone is better.
Yeah.
I'm still having a bit of trouble like pronouncing things because I guess I'm still not taking like multiple takes of everything.
Yeah.
But no, I compared to the first video, it's like this is like a massive upgrade.
Yeah. I love the Diamond in the Rough documentary from the 2-disc platinum edition of Atlanta.
Oh, like thing is, my second video was originally going to be like an actual like an in-depth look at some of my favorite Disney documentaries, and I pretty much made the whole thing. I recorded it, I edited it, and then I kind of just like realized that it's just like, what's the point of this video? It's like, what's my goal here? Because I'm not counting down, I'm not ranking anything, I'm not critiquing anything. I'm just saying, hey, like, it was just like looking at 5 different documentaries and saying, hey, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I just never released it.
Yeah.
I don't even think I still have it. I probably still have the script somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I remember I talked about the Atlantis one, the Lilo and Stitch one, the Beauty and the Beast one, and some others.
Yeah.
Because like back in those days, Disney used to do like 1 to 2 hour long documentaries about the making of their films.
Right.
And the Lilo and Stitch one is the best because it's not just like, you know, like a camera crew and everything going in and like showing you. It's actually like the people who made the movie were actually like filming their experience making it. So they'll film all their business trips and like when they go away, and they film like when they were doing the press tour and like the first time they saw the merchandise appear in stores.
Right.
So it's so interesting.
Oh, I like that.
Because there's literally one of my favourite moments in the documentary is just this clip while the 2 directors are just walking like by this pool in this hotel, and at one point they jump in it while they're discussing like how they're going to do this pivotal scene in the movie.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting. I love like the process of making these movies so much.
Yeah.
Not only was there a single 1.2mm waste of plastic, now there was 2. Having an entire disc reserved solely for the bonus features allowed the people
I was worried about my hair, but then I realised the whole point is just because I got roughed up outside, that's why I did my hair like that.
These home releases to get much more ambitious with the content they put in, and that led to my favourite part of early 2000s bonus features, the games. These poorly rendered time wasters used to leave me speechless as a kid. Like, you really felt you were flying.
Okay, this is when like sometimes I'm... Alright, I'll wait for you to finish texting.
It's work. Hold on.
Well, this is work for me.
This is also work. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Like,
Let's have a look at the chat.
this is kind of the point where it's like, you know, I feel like with this video, more jokes land than they miss, but there are still quite a few misses.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot more on point. Right?
Yeah. And the thing is that, because I learned how to, like, zoom in, so I'm actually...
Right, yeah, go on.
Yeah, so you see, like, how much better the framing is.
Yeah.
It's like, you see me fully there, I'm, like, centering...
There's more in the frame as well.
Yeah, because it's not like me just, like down here, just like, hi, so today we're going to be talking about Disney remakes. I was like you!
What do you mean?
I was like you with how quiet I was in the first video.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Alright.
So, wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Your early videos are fundamentally superior to the rubbish spewed by a certain mysterious bloke. No idea what that's a reference to.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. Turning Red needed 9/11 references. Who? What?
So there's this YouTuber, this very infamous YouTuber called the Mysterious Mr. Enter, and his whole thing was like he did like animation videos.
Yeah.
He did like one series where he bashed episodes of cartoons, and one where he like praised them.
Right.
And he stopped doing the ones that praised them because he found it too difficult. He basically enjoys talking about things he dislikes more.
Right.
So yes, and so he was kind of like he was really weird. Well, no, I don't want to say really weird, but it's like he he would often like insult, like specifically call out the names of writers of specific SpongeBob episodes and insult them because he didn't like them.
Wow. I'm not
Which
sure
obviously led
about
to his fan base attacking them.
Oh, you don't.
And
yeah.
so one of his most recent videos, he reviewed Turning Red.
Right.
And everyone, like, he became a meme on Twitter because even people that didn't know about his history and everything found this section of the video where he says because Turning Red is set in 2002, there should be some mention of 9/11 and the effect it's having on the main characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think every kid was always talking about
Oh, that, and also, you know, well, it's the fact that the movie is set in Canada.
If that's a exactly, it's a very America-centric way of looking at it, but also, like, like that's not a critique.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, and because of this, he said like it broke his immersion of the movie.
I needed more 9/11 references in this child's movie.
So there was basically just like a bunch of jokes about like memes about Turning Red, and so.
Oh my gosh, indeed. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Let's continue. Let's continue with like my best early video.
Yes.
My favourite part of early 2000s bonus features, the games. These poorly rendered time wasters used to leave me speechless as a kid. Like, you really felt you were flying on the magic carpet.
That's just a towel.
I do like
That's just a towel.
I think like in this instance, you just sitting with like expressionless on just a towel actually really works well.
That's the joke. Because I'm just like, you really felt you were flying on the magic carpet. It just cuts to me or something. The thing is, one thing I do like I've tried to keep, just like even as I've like gotten better over the past 2 years, is I've tried to keep that homemade like effect, like that kind of style, which just like I don't really go out and buy things for videos, except when the video is specifically about going to buy things.
Except for when we went to go out and buy things. Yeah.
I just kind of use what I have available to me.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it's a towel.
Yeah. It's a towel. It is a towel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like maybe someday I'll get like a proper like magic carpet rug. Oh, can we get that for the new house?
Yeah, you're gonna have a carpet in your room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have like a wood floor, so I'm gonna need a carpet in my room for winter.
Yeah.
As dated as these seem now, for their time they were incredibly impressive. They'd be 10 to 15 minute distractions featuring original animations, the voice actors from the movie reprising their roles, and some of the most immersive gameplay ever. But among these, one stands out.
Okay.
That was good. My favourite tweet based on the meme is that one that jokingly says Turning Red doesn't acknowledge the cultural impact of Sonic Adventure 2. I got a good laugh out of that. I like it. Also, resourceful. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is resourceful, isn't it?
DVD games so ambitious and entertaining.
Well, it's mainly because I was stuck at home during 2020. I literally could not go out to get things.
Yeah.
That I would honestly consider it one of the greatest bonus features of all time. I'm talking, of course, about the Mad Hatter's Virtual Tea Party. Everyone knows Timon and Pumbaa from the Kingdom Hearts game series, but few people remember these characters actually became popular enough to appear in a small movie known as The Lion King. In 2003, The Lion King was re-released on special edition DVD, and with it, one of the greatest second discs in history.
I still agree with that. The 2-disc special edition of The Lion King has one of the greatest second discs ever. Just like the amount of stuff they packed on there, it's incredible.
Have you heard of the unreleased Sweatbox documentary?
Oh yes, that's them talking about the Kingdom of the Sun.
Oh.
So do you know what So basically, Emperor's New Groove was going to be a completely different movie at first.
Right.
Yeah, I'll explain it more after the stream.
Okay.
Putting it in your Hit Across the Face by Hans Zimmer's gripping and emotional score.
That was my sister.
Wait, what coming?
That was my sister slapping me across the face.
Across the Face by Hans Zimmer's gripping and
you need the full joke.
discs in history. Immediately putting it in your Hit Across the Face by Hans Zimmer's gripping and emotional score.
the time,
That's like a vibe.
the timing's actually pretty good on that. Like
yeah.
the bong.
Not as good as your. I heard that.
Hans Zimmer's gripping and emotional score.
Welcome to the world of the Lion King.
And would you look at all that content? Not only do they have behind-the-scenes stuff on the movie, but sections dedicated to the stage adaptation and music. You could spend hours going through everything on this disc. Not that I would know. This is incredible! If they did this for...
Alright, that was like the one case where the self-deprecating humour worked.
Yeah.
Oh, anything new in chat?
Let's go right
Oh my god, stop looking at work, Vicky.
now. Okay, right.
disc. I was going through everything on this disc. Not that I would know. This is incredible! If they did this for the second disc, imagine...
This is incredible!
This is incredible!
First disc's menu was like...
This is incredible!
Hold on.
Disc,
I think I
imagine
remember
what...
this.
Yeah. Did you have the 2-disc special edition Lion King?
I think we had a copy. Yeah, the place I grew. Alright. The place I grew up, yeah, we had a copy, so it didn't work.
Oh no, people are screaming outside. I can't wait to move out off the street. No, every night there have been like parties happening till like 3 in the morning. It's been so annoying.
Ugh.
First disc's menu was like...
Behold the wondrous realms of the Pride Land.
Never mind. But we're not here to gawk at DVD menus. I've set aside September for that. We're here to go on a
That was
virtual
originally
adventure.
a joke because I was supposed to do a video about DVD menus. And stuff. I would do I wanted to do this thing early on where I would foreshadow future videos, but not in a way like but then I'd foreshadow videos that would seem like a joke, but then actually make them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So
You
like,
could probably bring that once or twice, but like maybe not like all the time.
well, this was back when I like actually planned. I tried to like plan out like the year's worth of videos, whereas I've kind of realized that I can't follow a schedule because I think if I make a schedule, I will stick to the deadlines.
Yeah.
But I still procrastinate. Way too much.
Same here.
So it's just a case of I just kind of realize I need to take it one at a time now.
Yeah.
I can't be thinking, okay, I'm making this, but I'm gonna make this at Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm just going with the flow now.
I'm just going to sit down now.
Okay.
I need to sit on my leg.
Okay. Make sure. Can they still see you?
Yeah, I'm just sitting on my leg.
Okay.
Doesn't change my height much.
Well, I mean, you look a bit taller than me. All right. Well, no.
Okay. I thought the video had stopped, but it's just us sat there.
Yeah. The thing is, it's because.
Okay.
All right. There we go. All right. Ready? All right. We're continuing.
Yes.
So why don't we get started?
Welcome to the Timon and Pumbaa Virtual Safari.
Wait a minute. That's not 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane. What, did 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane think he was...
This image is so low quality.
It's the fact that you say it every single time.
That is like one of the like funniest things. That's why I still do it today.
Yeah, it is good.
I mean, every time I bring him up, I still call him 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane as like a nice little reference to my beginnings.
No, I wasn't standing the whole time. I was sitting on I was sitting down, but now I'm sitting on my leg.
Oh god.
I could never.
Oh.
No, I'm not. No.
Look at how.
As you can tell, I'm a dedicated stream watcher. Yeah. Wait. Okay. I love the Incredibles 2 disc special edition DVD as well.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Look how low quality this image is. I would never if I tried like increasing the image size and it came out like that, I would just look for a different image.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do today. But
no.
apparently 2020 me thought, that's good enough.
It's not 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane. What, did 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane think he was too good for Timon and Pumbaa's Virtual Safari on Disc 2 of the Lion King Special Edition? This is an...
Alright, why is that like perfectly enunciated? Why does that sound like a tongue twister that I've just done perfectly?
No idea. A video video and DVD menus would be fun. Ever see Who Framed Roger Rabbit or The Muppets? They had fun once. Now menus just sort of sit there. And then they said, now Nathan Lane better never win a 4th Tony Award.
Oh no.
How dare he?
Thing is, I don't know why. I imagine like someday I'd get Nathan Lane in a video. Would that be like coming full circle? I don't know how I'd do it.
Not 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane. What, did 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane think he was too good for Timon and Pumbaa's virtual safari on disc 2 of the Lion King Special Edition?
This is an outrage!
Again, this is more your current style.
Yeah. Well, it is, but at the same time, you can tell I'm putting it on for the camera.
Yeah.
So it's like, later on, obviously, I get a bit more subdued, more calm, and you'll hopefully see that with this next one, where I'm like,
you doing the reactions for Owl House.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe not when I'm watching shows, but when I'm talking about them.
Yeah.
3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane didn't want to be associated with this.
Yeah, that was the joke of this video. Every time I brought it up, that image would appear, and it would just get more and more zoomed in.
I like it.
This is an outrage!
Well, if 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane didn't want to be associated with this.
What?
This is an outrage!
No. Oh no.
What does that say about the game?
That now.
Let's find out.
No.
So we have 2 choices. We can either pick the boat or the Jeep. Now, personally, I don't trust anything without wheels, so we'll be picking the Jeep to start off with. No.
You don't trust anything without... I don't have wheels.
No.
You don't have wheels.
Now, something you'll
It was a random non sequitur that I thought would be funny, and then I showed a picture of an elephant tipping over a Jeep because I was just like,
oh right,
because we'll be picking the Jeep, even though that's probably not the safest option.
Yeah.
Now, personally, I don't trust anything without wheels, so we'll be picking the Jeep to start off with. Now, something you'll quickly notice about this game is that it's not much of a game. Each safari consists of watching a terribly animated CGI savannah with Pumbaa and not 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane talking off screen.
I didn't zoom it in more.
No.
I ruined the joke.
Maybe you started the joke at this point.
No, because I've done it 3 times
How much
already.
of your childhood was spent on these bonus features? Listen.
Oh.
So much of mine, wasn't it?
I bought these. I never watched the movies. I literally just watched the bonus features.
Nice.
I would literally buy DVDs just for the bonus features, and I just wouldn't watch the movies.
I love that.
I've seen the making of Aladdin documentary more times than I've seen Aladdin.
No wheels. At one time, that would be an MLP reference, but I'm not sure where you are as a brony.
Oh no, I love MLP. I don't refer to myself as a brony. I refer to myself as a guy who happens to watch a guy who watches a really good show that just happens to be about ponies. That was how I used to refer to myself.
I've not seen it.
It's pretty good, especially like the later seasons.
Yeah.
Occasionally having to decide whether to go left or right.
Oh, how am I supposed to choose?
Depending on what you pick, you'll be treated to a quick gag before getting back on the main path. But sometimes the choices are much more interesting. Towards the end, the visuals on screen get a decent upgrade as you travel through the Outlands and get chased by hyenas, which includes one joke that still makes me laugh to this day.
What do we do? Forward, backward, left, right? There are no arrows on screen!
As for the boat, it's more or less the same, only the setting allows for them to make a lot of references to the Jungle Cruise, which I'm sure is a lot of fun for people who've had a chance to go on a Jungle Cruise. I'm not one of those people. I do get the idea that this...
See, that's actually funny, because I haven't been to a... Well, the last time I went to a Disney park was in 2013?
Damn.
Oh, no, it might have been 2012.
Yeah.
And so basically, like, that was the last time I went, but that was Paris. I haven't been to, like, an American one since 2009?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've never actually been on the Jungle Cruise.
Damn.
Like, the only, like really classic Disney attraction can remember going on is Splash Mountain. And that's why it's my favourite ride in the park, because it's the only one I can remember. Of course, I remember Muppets 4D and Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, but like those aren't like rides.
Yeah.
Is just the boat, and the Jeep Safari was put together last minute because there was a lot more work put into the animation and just more paths to choose from on the boat.
It doesn't matter though, since you end up dying at the end of both of them.
This is where I get this bit. I still think this bit's pretty good. But what's in the chat?
So I did ride the Jungle Cruise 3 times out of 2 trips, and I rose the 6-leg safari.
Ooh.
Do you have a favourite film? Mine is Lilo and Stitch.
Oliver and Company.
Yeah, I knew those coming.
And just more paths to choose from on the boat.
It doesn't matter though, since you end up dying at the end of both of them.
Yeah, you heard me. On both these safaris, no matter what
That sounded really northern.
Yeah, you heard me.
Yeah, you heard me.
What do you have to say about it?
you end up meeting your grim demise. It's like the
You end
people
up
making
meeting
this
your
really
grim
hated
demise.
Timon and Pumbaa.
You sound like
Whether
that
it's
lady,
crashing the jeep in a...
the one who's like, you don't tell me what to do.
I
I'll
tell you what to
to
do. They don't get that reference. It was
might do. It's
yeah.
the video of the woman like there's the guys on
They
top of a
were
roof.
built.